Welcome to another round of Spudventures, Session 4 of The Forgotten Ones, and as always, for this campaign I hand it over to GreatDinn.
Thank you all for joining us. It's only been too long. Hello, I am your DM. I am the one responsible for this mess. I am GreatDinn, and joining me today, as always, is Yuliy, played by Avis.
Hello.
We have Victor, played by Digo.
Bark, meow, mew, Druid's awake. Hi.
We have Usk, played by Newbiespud.
Hello.
We have Lander, played by Azure.
Hey.
And we have Jhank, played by Jawa.
Hello.
And I believe when we last left off, everything was going great. You guys decided you were going to stay in Waterdeep and just like have a real nice time exploring the town, getting to know the citizens.
Scratch that, reverse it.
That's one way of putting it.
That's the complete opposite way of putting it.
That is. Well, you have to forgive me. It's been like a month and a half. I lost most of my notes.
Oh, good.
I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Yeah, time
We
for
all-
our
We all discovered that we're disintegrating,
Like,
or
now
rather, undisintegrated,
We disintegrated, got
Like-
reconstituted,
reconstituted, and we're gonna disintegrate again.
unless
Now
we get
it's
back
time-
inside the Undermountain.
and now it's time for our monthly session of the Forgotten Ones.
Yes. So, as mentioned, that's where we left off. And if I remember correctly, you said you guys wanted to head as quickly as possible to the yawning portal to get to the Undermountain, but you wanted to make a stop by Miles to see what those stars were on the map.
Yeah, basically just get a legend for the map.
And I wanted to make a stop by the person who asked for that bounty on any information on Victor to maybe earn an extra
Right.
500 platinum.
Yuliy's making a beeline for the portal. Bye, guys.
Yes,
Yes.
Alaris, who is staying at a tavern at the foot of the Sahuagin Humboldt statue, which is fortunately not too far from your house or the yawning portal.
Yes, Jhank was also headed straight for the portal, and he was going to go down the hole with his dog as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yuli was just gonna wait at the bar.
Alrighty. So let's go to let's start with Miles, because I think that one will be fairly fast. I assume Lander,
Alright.
you were you
Yep.
the one who wanted to specifically go get him?
Yeah, because I want to get the legends for the map so I can continue using it when I make my own maps.
Right. Okay. So when it's fairly easy to find Miles. You know where he lives at this point, and you're remembering enough just from your travels yesterday that you know how to get around the city and get where you want to go faster. And it's like I said, it's fairly easy to find Miles. He's just he's taking a break in his home.
Okay.
And when you reach him, he simply goes, "Oh, is there something I can help you with, sir?"
Yeah, so the maps that you gave to the barkeep, you gave to Durnan to give to us. I was wondering if you had a legend for the symbols.
Oh, I was going to make one later, but I didn't end up getting a chance to. But I can tell you what they were supposed to mean.
That'll
And
work.
oh god, my map froze. He tells you that he points out the various bits on the map of like all of the locations that have these sort of stars. Those were statues that I thought were interesting, potentially had some sort of meaning, or could have had some sort of treasure behind them if we decided to explore them. But with how dangerous the place was, we mostly stayed away, mostly just kept watch rather than get close.
Okay.
And these arrow-like locations, and he points out some of the like They look like triangles with like dashed triangles on the line. Those are various staircases that lead either, up or down in the Undermountain or lead to a lower level. And he points out this area, the area that has like the yellow dots on it. He says, I don't actually know what's there. I put those marks on it to show that we hadn't actually explored that location, but we could tell just from the hollowness of the walls that there was something a bit further, and that was my best guess as to what it was.
All right.
And I sensed some sort of magic behind it, but I'm not high enough. I'm not well versed enough in it to tell what it was. Is there anything else?
What about those gray circles near the entrance after the first set of stairs?
Those were some stone pillars.
Okay.
That was I recall seeing some bugbears in that section, but they ran away from us.
Oh, also about the runes on the gates.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember anything about what those were?
I don't. I just remember that the person who stepped through the portal triggered it and came out very injured.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Take care.
Good luck.
Thanks. I wish you well in your studies.
Miles nods and goes back to reading a book and sipping some hot cocoa to sort of still calm his very, very frazzled nerves.
All right.
All right, and let's cut to Spud at the Sahuagin Humbled, where Aelurus is waiting.
All right, Victor, I need you to write some kind of letter to your apprentice, I don't know, partner, business partner.
I think it's an apprentice.
Yes, he said he was an apprentice.
I need you to write a letter saying that you're alive, but you're this is no good time to meet or whatever. Just something convincing.
Okie dokie. So I will pen a quick letter of, hey, I'm alive. Kind of busy right now. Probably don't want to be following me too closely because this may be dangerous.
Also,
right.
I'll need that. You have a pendant, right? That'll be proof of life there.
Yes.
I'll be taking that for a second. I'll give it back to you right when we get back.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you take that over to the Sahuagin Humbled. Aelurus is there. He's still kind of dressed up like he is afraid of being noticed walking around at night, even though it's like, early morning.
I mean, it's water deep.
Yeah, it's water deep. He looks like he hasn't slept at all. Like it's one of those things of in the brighter light of the day, you kind of notice that he looks really haggard. Like he maybe hasn't slept in a few days at this point.
If he's sitting at a table by himself, I sit across from him.
And he actually looks a little bit startled, like, oh, wasn't expecting you. And like you see him like catch his like grab his pendant like in fear for a moment, and then he like lets out a deep breath and releases.
I mean, I'm kind of a big imposing guy.
Yes. And he's not in the best mental state at the moment. So he takes a moment and goes, oh, I wasn't expecting to see you so soon.
I had a rather intense stroke of luck. I reach into my fine robes and draw out the folded up letter that Victor wrote. Mm-hmm. And I reach into I slide that across the table, and then I reach into my pocket and pull out the pendant.
He like as soon as you sort of pull out that, like he reaches for the note, but as soon as you pull out that pendant, his hand goes from the note immediately to that, and he grabs it first. Like,
I've still got the string wrapped around my fingers though.
okay,
So he's trying to tug it out of my hand.
yeah, not very well. I'll say. And he sort of takes a moment to look up at you and goes, "I need to examine it more closely, and I don't quite want to press my face to this table. If you could let go for just a moment."
I extend my arm.
He sort of shrugs, like, "I guess that's good enough." And he takes a few minutes to, like, he just like puts it right in front of his eyes, like he is searching for some very small details. You see him running his finger along the edge of it.
After like a minute of this, I will actually just like disentangle the string from my fingers and let him have it for a minute.
Okay. So he takes a few moments to just really, really look this thing over. And then he sets it down and picks up the note at that point. And he actually slides the amulet back to you once he's done with that.
All right, I make sure to stow it away quickly.
And he takes a few minutes to sort of read the note. And Victor, roll persuasion for me.
Oh boy. Persuasion.
Time delay persuasion. What is your charisma like?
I have a charisma?
Okay.
I think I have the charisma of a dog.
Wow, that's a lot of charisma.
Dogs are quite charismatic.
They got like charisma as one of their top stats.
Maybe like the charisma of a guinea pig.
Okay,
Works
charisma
for
of a dog holding your shoe in its mouth.
Charisma of a hyena at this point.
Well,
that
Welcome to Slug.
with a 5, here's how I'm gonna put it. For us, he looks concerned by the note. He has this sort of vague appearance of like, I believe this came from Victor.
But maybe not without under duress, maybe.
Yeah, but maybe without, like, he doesn't entirely believe the contents of the note. And
Well, I mean, Victor has glazed over some important details.
oh, definitely.
Like, that's actually understandable.
Yeah.
Gee, Victor not being quite on the up and up on everything that's going on right now.
Man, I can't imagine why that might be. It almost feels like it would be a good sort of like hook for a campaign. He will fold up the note and look to you and go, "Is it all right if I hold on to this?"
Yes, that is absolutely fine.
And he is going to slide it into the sort of breast pocket of his jacket, and then he is going to reach down to his belt and pull out another string of the 500 platinum pieces, and he is just going to drop it on the table in front of you.
That's going to cause some attention, so I try to very quickly get it into my pack.
Still can't believe this
As it is, I'm still being weighed down by the other 500 guys that's still already in my pack.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
And he goes, "Thank you again for performing your hired duty. And I suppose if you happen to see him again, let him know that I will follow his instructions. But if he needs to see me again, I will be around town."
If I see him again, I will let him know.
Thank you.
And I try to be polite, but I'm clearly trying to get out of there in a hurry.
Oh yeah. Okay. And with that, I believe it's time for everyone to be back at the Yawning Portal.
Yay.
Well, now
Unless someone...
Sorry,
what?
I am going to step away a bit. I need to use the bathroom. Keep going on without me.
No worries.
Now, I
Uh,
presume that that guy in charge of the Yawning Portal, he could have let both Jhank and Crunchbite down the hole, right?
Oh, easily. He already promised you guys that you'd have free access to his bucket.
Okay, well, while Jhank is down there waiting, first he's going to let Crunchbite and our chest get introduced and get acquainted with each other. And then he is going to try and do some training with Crunchbite with a focus on making sure Crunchbite is able to understand him.
Okay. So let me think about this one. Do a quick perception roll for me, just as a sort of, what has changed since you last came here.
Oof.
Okay. You don't notice much has changed. The chestnut looks a little more worn out than you think, but you might attribute that to the fact that it hasn't moved in in a day, and it's a big wooden treasure chest sitting at the bottom of a famous dungeon. You get the feeling that maybe people tried to get at it. But as for training Crunchbite, let me do something with him real fast. Where is? Oh, he's not there.
So I suppose, question, how do
Mhm.
Crunchbite and Chestnut respond to one another?
They respond. Crunchbite, wary, magical thing, weird. Chestnut, real eager to talk with this dog. I say talk, but interact
Reverse.
with this dog.
I think that's reverse.
Yeah. So it's sort of moving around, like, you guess examining the lock on the treasure chest seems to be like moving back and forth, kind of like a nose, but kind of not. You think you see like a fabric tongue hanging out a few different moments, but you're not entirely sure because it's not the best lit area. But
Well,
that's
this is even with the dark vision, right?
yeah. It's this weird sort of like it's lit from the yawning portal up above, so it's like not quite dark enough for dark vision to like really kick in, but it's also not light enough for light to really be
Kind of
helpful.
like in that gray area.
Yeah. So that's the situation there, but they are interacting not violently at the moment, and I suppose that's all you can really hope for.
All right. So yes, last time Jhank tried to train Crunchbite, there was the language issue. So Jhank is going to focus on trying to get past that for sake of future training.
Fair enough. Let's do some animal handling. 15. I think it's starting to get used to you. Like, it's still not 100% understanding you, but like, it is actually starting to respond to its name. At least the name you gave it. So,
Okay.
it seems to. You said the name was in Draconic, correct?
Yes, that's what it yes, it's whatever the Draconic word for Crunchbite would be.
Okay. It does not understand your common words, but it is starting to get your Draconic.
Well, that would be an interesting twist. I train this dog, but it only understands orders in Draconic.
Oh, good.
It's the thing is it knows common, or it knows, it understands commands in common, but your accent is just so thick. So
thick, it's easier for it to understand Draconic than for it to understand my common words.
We're joking about this, but I have actually met a dog like that.
Mm-hmm.
The weird stories.
I think it's great. I like it. I love it.
So yes, Crunchbite is starting to pick up some things. Yuliy, Did you want to do anything specifically at the yawning portal while you waited, or did you just want to get down there AS?
She was gonna wait actually at the bar. She wasn't
Fair.
going down just yet. Primarily, she does also want a really strong drink after what was just revealed to them.
Good choice.
Fair enough. I think Durnan's gonna actually comment on that. I think he's gonna say, what's wrong there? You look like you've seen your own death.
That's one way of putting it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right, how about and he pulls out a, what looks to be some sort of dwarven port, and he just sets the whole bottle on the table in front of you.
Much appreciated, Durnan. Much appreciated.
Oh, it's fine. You're going to be bringing me back plenty of info. Well, if you don't die.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Well, one can hope.
I am back, by the way.
Welcome back. So yes, everyone sort of accumulates at the bar after getting the information. And did anyone want to do any last final things before delving into the Undermountain?
I don't know, last meal.
I'm sure we're all topped off on rations and whatnot, but other than that,
Down the drink in one gulp.
Oh, that's a lot. Constitution check, please.
Oh, wrong one. We're good.
Wow.
Damn.
like a
You
champ.
You are feeling toasty, but this is not nearly enough to get you drunk.
This is fine.
You feel great.
Good. That was the full intention. Because 5 seconds ago, she was not great.
Yeah.
Being great is a lot better than being not great.
Yes.
Good is good, but great is better.
Exactly.
All right. So with that, you all descend via bucket into the Undermountain. Sorry, I continuously have to point that out because it's one of the funniest things. One of the things funniest about the lore. So yes, everyone is here in the Undermountain. I will remove the yawning portal from the shared screen. Oops. Let me grab multiple things, coward!
Never.
There we go. And where is the remove? Seriously, where is the remove? Close window. Alrighty. With that, yes, the player map should be shared with everybody. At least the map you got from Miles. And once you sort of, it's as you basically remember it. Oh goodness me, Fantasy Grounds just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty, or at least it disappeared. It's gone. What the
Yeah,
heck?
it says host lost connection, or host connection lost.
I apologize. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
It'll catch up to me at some point here.
All right. A backup database was found. Okay. That was super weird. I apologize for all that.
So what, now remind me, the stars and the gold symbols are supposed to mean...
The
what again?
stars are statues that Miles saw, and he just marked down their location. They looked old and, potentially magical, so he didn't want to mess with them, especially since they had been encountering other things while they were down there. Meanwhile, I fortunately remember enough of this that I can get by while Fantasy Grounds loads again.
Yeah, and I've got a legend that I wrote down as well.
Yeah.
in the
So
notes.
while you guys are, it is basically as you remember it.
Oops.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it just kicked us out now. Took long.
Okay. I just got back in, so maybe now it'll work. But it didn't. I think moving all of those like character models is what screwed it up, which is weird. Oh, there we go. It's being a little slow for me. So yeah, at the bottom where the bucket sort of lets you guys off, there's a pile of sand that has been used by adventurers since Durnan set up the yawning portal. There's the shields on the wall, the graffiti of various kinds, all of the sort of bits and bobs that you were accustomed to when you came out of the weird hole in the wall that is no longer there. Which, I mean, it hasn't been there since you left, so like that's not okay. Fantasy Grounds is freaking out.
Uh-oh.
Just got back in and it's gone again.
I haven't gotten back in yet.
Okay, I need to not move those figures for right now. I'll just make new ones. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. For once I start on time and technical difficulties ruin me. Curses. So yes, and as previously mentioned, Chestnut's there. He looks a little worse for the wear, but like not too bad. The tunnels are dark. There's a sort of musty smell, like, fresh air has not exactly toured through these parts in a very long time. So yeah, as soon as things get back to working, I'm gonna have you guys all roll some stuff real fast.
On work.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think it's been added to the character sheet yet, but I did pick up a few gems and
yes.
hills.
Oh, and we also have to get our platinum redistributed.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
I'll just hold on to it until it becomes relevant.
I trust the rogue.
Yeah.
Look, you know how much I got. If I don't have all that when we hit a town, then you'll know I've done you dirty.
I don't trust the rogue, but I don't want to mess with the bugbear.
Fair enough.
The system works.
As a counterpoint, if we wait until we have evidence that you've spent what you're not supposed to, then it'll be too late to do anything about it.
I don't think there's many places in Undermountain to buy things, to spend things.
Not that much platinum, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we're good for at least a day.
Yeah, at least. So let me make sure the
All the same, Jacques probably going to, kind of, I guess, I don't know, nag? I don't know if nag's the right word, but...
No, it's not.
Nag?
It's, yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so...
Look, you want your 200 share, just come and get it.
Come and take it. We'll have to untie the chain, but... All right.
Yeah,
so
I'd rather not, unspool this thing.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's a weapon right there.
Right?
You could just beat a man to death with some money. Just really go to town. All right. Everyone aside from Java, do me a favor and roll perception.
All right.
I'm still trying to get in.
Man, my skills today. Start not low.
Almost there. Yeah.
Dang. All right.
That good stuff.
Yeah, us.
Them good
Yuliy.
rolls.
You hear footsteps.
What skill do I roll, or do
You're
I
not
roll?
rolling. You did
You
your
already
perception
rolled.
earlier. That's so.
Oh,
It's
okay.
that's why I said not you. It wasn't a situation of like wait for you to reconnect. It was a case of you already did it.
Okay.
You hear yes, Yuliy, Usk. You hear footsteps.
Uh-oh.
They're not coming from the tunnel you see.
What?
Can we tell what?
You hear
Where they're coming
footsteps. You hear footsteps coming from this general direction.
I don't have a map to look at.
Oh, oops! Did I not share that?
No, I just have the level
we go.
1.
Yeah,
yeah.
level
It's
one
it's
players.
on level 1 players. It's
Yeah, it's on the level 1 player. So you hear it coming from this direction.
If it would load.
How dark is it down here?
In this particular room, not terribly, just kind of like weird lighting because there's only the lighting from up above, and it's a 40-foot drop, so it's weird lighting. But there's no like torches or anything in the tunnel.
I've got gems that can let you see clearly for up to 5 feet.
Yes, he
So-
Lander
5
wanted
feet.
to check out some.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Wow.
I couldn't make the torches like worthless.
But
So yes.
with the concept of the bullseye lantern already being a thing, I could probably find a way to increase the amount of light that it sheds in a single direction while cutting off the light from other directions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay for now.
So yes, like I said, you two hear footsteps coming from this general direction where the 20-foot marker thing is. But there is just a wall there, so you're not sure what's going on.
I really want to that whole thing where you're knocking on a wall to see if it's hollow thing.
Oh, so
Instead
you want to
yeah.
basically check, is there a secret door here or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, do you let the others know that you heard something, or do you
Yes,
just go
we
on?
Oh yes.
Okay.
So yes, actually, after you, if you sort of tap the wall, sort of around where you find the footsteps, you do in fact, you can in fact tell that there is some sort of hollow, area behind a section of the wall. However, there's no obvious way for you guys to open it as it stands.
We could try to blow it up.
No. How about with the 16 investigation?
With a 16 investigation, you can tell that, as previously mentioned, there is this is a door of kind, but you don't think you're going to be able to open it from this side without magic.
We did get explosives. We could blow it up.
I don't think we have enough space to back up where an explosion would be beneficial.
There
I
is
mean,
a hole. There
we
is a
do.
hallway
We can just go
right
to the
there.
hallway, but yeah, I don't want to waste our explosives on this.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
too trivial for bringing out the dynamite.
I don't think Durnan would approve either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jhank
Also, yeah,
mostly-
too close to the surface.
Jhank mostly.
This is probably right under the bar.
Yeah.
Jhank mostly just wants an excuse to test the dynamite.
Look, if you want to try busting it down, use your own shoulder. You're the strength guy here,
Mhm.
aren't you?
Can Jhank test to
Jhank
see
and
how
Yuliy.
resilient the door is?
I think
compared
I'm
to
the
his
stronger.
strength?
Yeah.
Yep, you can.
Do I just make a strength roll to test it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a strength roll if you want to try bashing it in.
Okay.
Oof.
Not enough. Your shoulder just kind of hurts as you ram into a stone wall.
So
You all right there, Jhank?
I will be fine.
is it just a regular hidden door? Or is it magical?
It's with your investigation, you can tell that it's not magical necessarily, but it's locked in whatever sort of
It's a
With that
one-way secret
investigation-
door.
Yeah, it's basically a one-way
Right.
secret door. You also
So-
discover there is just barely a little bit of a peephole that you can see through.
What's on the other side of the peephole?
Darkness. Again, there's not that much light in these tunnels.
It's also not dark enough for night vision to kick in.
It's just a sorry, I forgot. I need to write down who has dark vision because I keep forgetting because I know some of you don't. But
Victor is the only one who doesn't.
Yeah, Victor.
Victor is okay. With the dark vision, you can just tell that it's just more hallway. There's nothing specific about it aside from there is hallway. But it's, again, dark. There's not a heck of a lot going on.
So looking at the map, there's probably a way to access that room at the first intersection if we head north.
Probably.
If we're super curious about that, sure, but
Yeah.
there's a lot more dungeon than we have supplies and resources, I'd wager.
And we do have priority of a location we need to get to. My suggestion is, with this in mind, we continue forward and keep an eye on our rears just in case something comes up behind us.
Right.
Seems reasonable. This sounds like... it's not that one. Party order! Who wants to be in front? Who wants to be in behind? And how do you guys want to organize your marching formation?
I nominate
Okay.
us to go first.
Hey, wait.
I mean, you do have high constitution.
I'm going last.
I'm going in the middle.
Jhank
I'm
will.
the squishiest.
I have okay constitution. I have high dex.
All right.
Rogue goes first.
What? I mean, how high
In case
does it,
there are traps, Rogue goes
Exactly.
first.
how high is everyone else's constitution?
I don't think
16,
Constitution's an
high.
issue.
or 14. 14 is my con.
Oh,
My
I've got.
con's 5, but I'm going back. I'm going last.
Wait, you've got a +5 to constitution?
No, at +2. My score is 15.
Ah, yeah, I have a 15 as well.
My con's a 12.
Jhank
14.
can take. Jhank
And
can
I also
take
have
lead.
the fewest health at 33.
Constitution's not the thing.
What is the thing?
Rogues are better at looking for traps up ahead.
I wouldn't count so high on my perception in that regard.
Yeah. Yuliy and Jhank have the highest perception.
If you need me to disarm a trap, that's one thing. If you need me to spot a trap,
Well, Jhank is also has a dog, and a
True.
chest.
I mean,
Jhank
I can
can-
investigate, but I'm also the squishiest.
well, okay.
So I think middle's good
I
for me.
think
Mhm.
fairly agreed that Jhank and I take the front in some order. Doesn't terribly matter which.
Where'd the chest suddenly go?
Oh, I pulled it from the map because I'm putting it in the... I was trying to make a copy of... Oh god, I'm having so much trouble moving things around. Everyone's so tiny!
Okay.
I'm in the party sheet. I'm actually making a marching formation for you guys.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, because there's a whole thing for it.
Okay.
If you click on the eye with all the people next to it, there's a watch order and a marching and formation order. I'm just putting it
Neat.
together.
So, speaking of, I would like to hand over my alchemist supplies, poisoner's kit, and tinker's kit to Chestnut
All right,
because
then
I am weak.
fair enough. Let me go ahead and make a new parcel. Create item.
Chest snacks.
Chestnut.
Also, that
Whoops.
leather armor that I don't use anymore.
Fair enough. And all right. This one is going to be, I'm going to have this parcel be public. I'm going to share it. You guys should be able to add to it. So
Okay.
just take the items from your character sheet and toss them in when you feel like it.
Oakley dokley.
Alrighty. So, you are going down the hallway. Are you guys doing anything so that Victor can see?
I'm lighting
What?
a torch unless somebody does anything else.
I don't object to a torch.
All right, torches are lit, and it's fairly easy. The hallway is fairly narrow. So again, you can only get about 2 people across. With your dog, Jhank, you're taking up most of the hallway yourself. And Chestnut is actually big enough that it's sort of taking its own space. So it's consider the line 1 longer.
All right.
But the hallways, it's short. It's about 10 feet. It broadens out into a 20-foot stone hallway where you can see sort of at the edge is the aforementioned just room full of stone pillars. But in this larger hallway, let me move my little marker so that I can continue to show you guys where things are. In this one, you can see that every 10 feet, there is a 9-foot tall, 4-foot wide, and 3-inch deep recess containing a bas relief of a demon. And it's they depict a Balor, a Bulgura, a Cosmi, a Dretch, a Glabrezu, a Goristro, a Hezro. I don't know if I'm saying any of these properly.
You've been doing pretty well.
But that's on the north wall, and it's from the east to the west. So it's from the where you guys turned in to where the pillars are. And on the other side is a Marilith, an Alfeshni, a Quasit, a Shadow Demon, a Vrock, and a Yochlol.
Those were certainly words.
They certainly were.
Can
10
I
out of 10.
can I tap one with my warhammer?
You can. They are just very intricately carved bas reliefs that you wrecked one of them. You took a chip off of it.
We're gonna get a bill later.
I'd like to roll
I'd like to
history,
use...
probably.
Okay.
Ooh, not good.
Yeah, with that, they're demons. Like you are in fact the one who identified them all, sort of as you were walking.
Other than that,
But yeah, other than that, you got nothing. Let's do some perception rolls.
I was actually going to use Divine Sense.
Divine Sense. Okay.
Jeez. It's infecting others.
Jhank is apparently not very perceptive today.
So I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead or desecrated or undesecrated or consecrated locations within 60 feet.
Okay.
can I have my owl roll perception as well?
Sure, go ahead.
I guess to roll twice on perception.
Yeah. And also owls have advantage on perception checks for hearing or sight. So that's +3.
Okay.
So my owl got a 20.
Good owl. Good owl. Okay, so the owl notices bugbears in the pillar room. They
Just like Miles said.
Yeah, there were specifically 2 bugbears. The owl can see 2 bugbears sort of like they're hiding behind the pillars, not very well, but they are hiding. And they definitely know you're there.
These are your people. You go talk to them.
Excusez-moi.
Wow.
But you can.
I mean, Usk is a bugbear, right?
Yes.
Not
Okay.
the point.
Yes.
No, I understand that's not the point. I just want to make sure that I wasn't making a mistake on that front.
You made a mistake on some front there.
Well,
It's fine. Everything's fine.
While you are arguing, the bugbears hoof it south.
Oh, Wait.
Like they're
Okay.
like they can hear you guys talking. They hear you arguing. They hear you talk about like talking to them. They book it.
Okay then.
So yes, one of the other things you see in that hallway that you are walking, which fortunately with the 8s and 9s is still pretty obvious, you see a Kenku skeleton.
Oof.
Pardon?
Yes, you see a Kenku skeleton like sitting in this hallway. It's resting on the north side, and it's like you can tell that its arm, like it's sort of leaning like crossways against one of the bas reliefs, and it's pointing to the Nalfeshni statue on the other side.
What is a Kanku?
A
Bird
Kenku-
person
bird
without
person.
wings.
Yeah. Yes, they're a crow race of people.
those guys.
Yeah.
And they can only speak by mimicry.
They're
Yeah.
they're
One of
like
my-
they're parrot crows.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's an adventurer of some kind that died down here, and it's
Gotcha.
pointing to the Nalfeshni statue, which, because of the map you got from Miles, you know there is something, like there is some sort of hallway connected to this room. It's just not immediately obvious.
Was
Can-
that
So do we
on
need
the south side?
The Kenku is pointing to the south side, yes.
Would
Okay.
we make a perception check on where it's pointing?
No,
I mean, we
it's
know where it's pointing.
It's pretty obviously pointing to the Nalfeshni statue.
And it's also on the map, so
It is also on the map.
we know it's there.
Yep.
There's an interesting statue there, apparently,
Mm-hmm.
down the hallway.
Might be worth checking out. Let's
Yes.
look for some manner of secret door there.
All right.
Whoever wants to do it, roll investigation.
Okay, while they're doing that, Jhank is gonna keep
No
Jhank is
rolls.
gonna look out towards the pillar room and anything that might try and come from that direction.
Okay. You see. I'm gonna say this is fairly obvious. You won't need to roll perception. You see a real big snake skeleton curled around one of the pillars.
Oof.
Like it looks like it could swallow you whole. It's
But it's
that
a
big.
skeleton, right?
But it is a skeleton, yes.
But the question is it undead?
I don't know, is it?
I don't know.
Could be.
It's not my
No,
area of
I'm-
expertise.
I'm specifically asking because I did use divine sense, so I.
Oh,
probably
right, you
would-
did. No.
Yeah.
It's not undead. It's just a very artfully placed skeleton.
Hooray!
Hooray, decor.
The information comes up as a. I don't know what you all are worried about. There's nothing wrong with it.
Was anyone worried?
I don't know. It's big.
You will
Okay.
never know.
I don't need to
Anyway.
know.
So the chestnut parcel seems to be read only.
Oh, it does? Okay. Then I will add the thing at the end of the session. Just send me like a PM with what you want moved in there.
All right.
Because I have a little bit too much to do right now to just like toss stuff in parcels. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna say even with the 7, because
yeah.
everything is so obvious because it's been marked on the map because there's like a skeleton pointing at it and everything. It's actually really easy to tell that the bas relief of the Nalfeshni can be moved. And in fact, you can see like it's got 2 little, again, eye holes so that someone could feasibly like look out into it. But there doesn't seem to be any people on the other side of that one.
So do we want to check it out or?
Yeah, I'm curious now.
All right. So Yuliy or
Alright.
Jhank, if you could push that to the side, please.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you roll. It's fairly easy to move. So yeah, it reveals a pretty like roughly hewn tunnel. Like unlike the ones you've been walking in, which are a lot more cleanly cut, like almost too cleanly cut. This one looks like, you know, some people decided to just dig. So yes, you go through a fairly small tunnel. and it goes down a little bit. Like it's got a little bit of an incline to it, or a decline to it. And as you move through, it starts to get real wet. Like there's just some like gross water like pooling around your feet as you sort of get into this room.
Now, just to clarify, this is still wet like in a tunnel, not wet like you've accidentally walked into a creature's mouth, right?
No, you can tell that this might be a leak from Waterdeep. Like maybe a leak
Ooh.
from the sewage line. It smells real bad.
Everything smells bad.
But this smells worse.
I did remember to change out of my nice clothes, right?
Nope.
I think you changed into your leather armor, but I'm not certain actually.
Please tell me.
You might have been
Bye,
wearing
Tara.
your armor under your clothes.
Oh, I absolutely am. Oh, they're gonna be ruined by the end of this.
You can just wash them upstairs.
I'm gonna find a spot and just like
Change real
nice-
fast.
put the nice robes in my pack.
Seems reasonable. Might be the best option. After all, you don't know if you're ever gonna find clothes that nice again.
Yeah, really. Into the bag they go.
Into the bag they go. So yes,
Into the chest they go.
that's true. So yes, like I said, smells kind of like a sewer. You can tell that even though it's like it's covering your feet as you sort of get into this room. You can see that on the western end of it, it's deep, like it's really deep. Actually, it's like 6 feet deep.
Well, we are in water deep.
Haha.
I'll leave.
It's fine. You can also see that there is a statue of a Sahuagin in the room where that star is. And it's a Sahuagin. It's
like a fish person.
Yeah. It's like a fish person. I'm just trying to find a simple way of explaining it. And it's like the statue is glowing faintly purple. It's got sort of an odd aura around it. But it is like sunk up to its chest in this filthy, filthy water. And it's also missing its head. Like you can identify the body, but the head is just gone. So yes.
Just keep getting low rolls. Arcana.
You're cursed.
Arcana.
Can I make a... I'm gonna... Wait, I'm gonna...
So, I assume you're approaching the statue then, Lander?
I'm not going in the water, or at least not the deep bits. But
okay. All right, give me just a moment. Let's see. How does this work?
I'm assuming a Sahuagin is gonna jump out of the water.
Make a DC 10 intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay. Nope.
Ooh, that's bad.
Nope.
That's pretty bad. Okay.
At least it wasn't strength. Ten damage, yeah.
Take 10 psychic damage.
Oof.
Ouch.
Jhank with a 25.
Yeah, I'm perceiving around the room to see if what else there might be of note in here.
There is man, it's all you can see is the water. But with a roll that high, you can see some of the water is moving. You can't see what's moving it, but you can see some of the water is moving.
Quick question. Where do I record current HP?
You record current HP. Oh god, let me get to the character selection, please.
Because you got wound, max, and temp.
The way that I do it is I put it in wound. I just write down like change to in wound. That makes sense. So I do it. You don't have to do it that way. Just yeah.
When I type in 23, it turns red.
Yeah.
So
that's. I mean,
that might be the amount of HP you've lost. Actually,
it might be.
Yeah, I think so.
So just change that, because I'm looking at the party sheet and it's dropped you down to 10 HP.
Yeah.
So wound is the amount of damage you've taken. Yep, there we go. That shows up properly now.
All right. I do believe it's time to roll some initiative.
So why did Victor take 2 damage?
What? Why did Victor take 2 damage?
Huh.
I don't know. That's weird.
What do I roll for initiative, or is it just a basic initiative roll? Or
it'll be on your character sheet.
Yeah. But fun fact, I can roll initiative for everybody at once.
Oh,
okay.
I have a little thing in the combat tracker that lets me do this.
Gotta love that -1.
All right. Usk, you have the first action. You don't know what's going on. Something is moving in this water, but you don't know what it is.
Where are we in this room anyway right now?
I assume at some point you guys all sort of moved into the room, just like on the end that's not completely flooded. Probably should have clarified that.
Yeah, let's get starting positions here.
I mean, Jhank temporarily moved towards the far end, but then started moving back once he noticed the water was moving.
Mm-hmm. Let me check one thing real fast, because I know. Excuse me. All right. Yeah. So, Jhank, I need you, since you moved towards the statue as well, I also need you to make that roll, the intelligence roll.
The
intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
So I just take the intelligence and roll it?
Yeah.
No, saving throw.
Saving throw.
Well, yeah.
Under saves.
Okay. The intelligence.
Oof.
Yeah, that's too many dice. Come on, let me get my dice. You will be taking 12 psychic damage.
Ouch. So I mark that under what?
Put 12 under your wound. So yes, I mean the combat tracker kind of gives it away, but there's an ooze in the room.
No.
But because of the fact that it is submerged in this clear water, it's really hard to see.
Does it give it away?
It doesn't. Not for us.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Whoops.
We just see our order.
Didn't know that. Well, good to know for the future.
Is there anything?
I know nothing. I heard nothing.
Is there anything specific I need to do to signify which weapons I'm using?
If you check your character sheet, it'll say what's equipped.
Well, should I only have the weapons I'm using listed as equipped?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't believe you can have everything equipped, but I know you can have multiples of those things equipped just due to how your character works.
Okay, what do I do as far as, like, I have 2 hand axes. What do I do if I want to equip one of those and then equip I want to equip one hand axe and then the warhammer.
In inventory, you can just select which items. I'll do it for right now, but you can just, if you click on the either shirt, bag, or empty section on your inventory, it'll tell you what's equipped or not. So
Right.
Also, if you go to the action sections, it'll have a weapons section that'll have your weapons that you can use.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't, because hand axes are a bit of a weird situation. I can't unequip both of them, but you do have one of those on hand and one of the warhammers on hand.
Okay.
I say one of the warhammers, the warhammer.
Yes.
Well, it is one of the warhammers. I have one too.
That's
I'm
true.
just not using it.
Multiple people with warhammers. Good God.
Me with my rapier.
Yes. Truly a weapon for a more civilized age.
Truly.
All right, Usk. What would you like to do?
Somehow I need to help find this thing. That is an incredibly good question. So right now, there's something in the water, but we cannot see it or detect it in any way, right?
You can only see where it is, like just by the water moving, but you can't like see it just because of what it is in this case. You can't tell like
Yeah.
exactly, but you do know roughly where it is.
And where is it, roughly?
Roughly, it is right about there. Assuming you guys can see that. God, I hope you guys can see that.
No.
Nope.
Not yet.
Dang it! Where's the visibility? Oh, nope, not delete token. Ah! Too many options. Is that always visible? There we go.
Now we can see the
Alright.
token.
Yay! Yeah, that's where it is right now. It is sort of... It moved from behind the statue to sort of in front of it.
All right.
Uh,
And that's where I see
more
the water rippling there.
yeah! More thoroughly attack Jhank was its plan before Jhank backed away.
All right. I need to actually get used to who I am in terms of combat.
Yeah. The first time will be the slowest, and we will get faster as things progress. Hopefully.
I guess I try to shoot at it with my short bow.
All right. Make that attack roll. Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
All right, roll for damage. Okay, 7 damage. That's a pretty good shot. So let me just do that real fast. Fortunately, it's not resistant to any particular kind of damage, just certain flavors of damage. So yeah, it takes that 7 damage, and you actually see one of the it pins it. It doesn't pin it in place, but like that arrow is just sort of stuck in this like wriggling mass that is like slowly rising to the surface. And
Nice.
you can see like a small array of pseudopods trying to like pull the arrow out, but it's just sort of passing through as it attempts to do anything. That said, you do see that the steel arrowhead is dissolving inside this thing.
Oh, there goes one of my arrows.
Oozes are the worst. Oozes are
Yeah.
the worst.
Yes. Yeah. So the ooze is a little upset about that. Shoot.
Oh, sorry.
At least we can see it now.
That trying
Yes.
to attack it with a weapon would be bad for the weapon.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't be great if you attack it with non-magical metal.
Okay.
So yes, not great. It's I'll put it this way: the arrow has not completely dissolved, but it is starting to dissolve. So like, there's a little bit of time, just not a lot. So yes, I do believe that fortunately the ooze is actually too far away to actually get at any of you right this moment. But it is going to move closer just to sort of get near. And then yes, it is Jhank's turn, assuming this tracker lets me move.
Okay, I
It does say
presume
turn, John.
that this room is too small where is not a good size room for using explosives, correct?
Why is that
Absolutely
your
not.
answer to everything?
He just wants to go dynamite fishing. What's so wrong about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, Jhank just wants to experience some boom with this stuff that he bought.
There's a time and place for everything.
But that now. Okay, keeping in mind that the dissolving arrow, I presume Jhank can't both switch to his bow and use it this turn, correct?
I believe switching weapons takes an action, yes. So you would not be able to attack this turn if you switch to it.
Okay, yeah. Jhank will take how far? Like Jhank could move back a bit, right?
Yeah, you can move and take an action, but I mean,
Like,
the ooze don't move very fast, so you're not within range of.
well, Jhank's still gonna take a like his where like what would this speed be? So he can move like what? How far and do the other action?
Like
I
30
mean,
feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
So that's 6 squares.
5, yeah.
It's 6 squares.
Okay,
Like
Jhank is
you've got
gonna
plenty of room, my dude.
Yeah, he's going to take a couple steps back and he's going to swap out his melee weapons for his bow.
All right, sounds good. Lander,
Yep.
would you like to take some vengeance on this ooze?
I'm gonna move.
What mangled your brain?
Yep. I'm gonna move back a bit and Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew.
Sound good. Launch it.
Our first combat encounter, it's getting ambushed by and then proceeding to beat up an ooze.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the
start
first
small.
23 there.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Don't you have 2 of them at level 5?
I do. Minimal damage. So I'm
Okay.
going to roll for that second one now. Ooh,
Oh,
20.
Nice.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know if Eldritch Blasts has a critical, though.
Spoilers, I like crits anyway, even on skills. You can fight me.
Okay.
House
So-
rule.
Yeah, I was.
Whoa.
I guess it does.
Wow. Jesus.
So that's
You eviscerated that thing. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what just happened?
Then
I blinked.
Lander Brightwood.
Yep.
So Lander, you basically went dynamite fishing with the power of an elder god.
Yeah.
So yes, this blast of arcane eldritch energy erupts from your hand and just disintegrates this ooze.
I can hear the statues in the hallway clapping.
That's Yuliy.
Yes. So yeah, that's a completed monster fight. Congrats, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, everyone gets
Aw.
20. Everyone gets 25 or 20 exp for joining in this ooze fight.
Sure.
The remnants of your arrow husk are floating on the top of the water.
Is it at all usable?
It is, but you get the distinct feeling that like whatever you hit it with, it's not going to be bad.
I'm gonna collect it, but I'm honestly not gonna count it as one of my arrows.
That's fair. Maybe save it for firewood or something.
Yeah.
20 XP, you said?
Is there a place
Yeah,
we're supposed to list that?
EXP? Yeah, there's a where is it? Oh goodness me! I always forget where the EXP goes.
Yeah, his character sheets.
You might want to just put it in notes for right now. I mean, I'll keep track of it. I know. Let me just write that down. Everyone. Okay, I'll fix things later and we'll talk about it. I don't want to hold things up too much trying to find this. So yes, you have the remnants of this room. There is, as mentioned, about 6 feet of water. It's real gross water. And the statue is faintly glowing. So yeah, if you want to explore anything else about this room, you can.
You said 20 XP?
Yeah.
Alright.
So the damage was from the psychic ooze, not from the statue, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was from the psychic gray ooze. That's what hit you in the headaches.
All right. So I'm going to roll Arcana again then. And a much better roll this time.
It is. Whatever magic is making the statue glow is completely harmless. It is purely aesthetic.
Ah. All right, I'm out of here.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, Jhank will leave the room as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we're done here? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just poke in the water a little bit just to...
Sure. I'll say, honestly, since you're the only one exploring, you find the head. You find the head of the statue.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah, it was just hidden like deeper in the water.
Do you want us to? Do you want to put the head back, Victor?
I'm considering it.
Try it.
Yeah,
Do it. Let's go.
I'll put it back. See if I can balance it on there.
As you sort of examine it, you realize that it's not a like it was not snapped off or anything. The head screws back on. And you can see it like inside the like hole for it is a little like charred section that seemed to contain like the remnants of candles to make the statue's head glow like a jack-o'-lantern. So it's just this really creepy statue in a broken off section of the Undermountain that someone decided to mess with.
So it's like an aesthetics room.
Yeah, basically. You know, Hallister Blackcloak is a little bit extra.
Okay, well, you know what? I got plenty of candles. I'll put a candle in there, light it up, screw it back on.
Nice. So yes, the once you screw it back on, there is this like the purple glow seems to envelop the head along with the rest of it, and yeah, it looks pretty intimidating now that like it's put back together. It still looks pretty worn out and like you can't see the whole thing, but like when you sort of step back and in this otherwise dark room, you see a glowing statue with fire for eyes and mouth. Yeah, it looks a little frightening.
Wow.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
That dead adventurer pointed us towards that.
Well,
The
it's a neat
Undermountain.
statue.
The Undermountain is full of useful hallways and useless hallways. So
My favorite.
especially on the first floor where a lot of adventurers through. So now that you have sort of entered the pillar room proper, you can see again there was the giant snake skeleton artfully placed. You sort of see the remnants of where the bugbears were like hiding out. You see like small little thing of food that has been left. It's not great. Mostly eaten. It looks mostly like garbage at this point. You can see on the southeast wall are a set of words carved in common. So let me move the thing so you guys know roughly where that is. It's this wall right here. Someone wrote "certain death this way" with an arrow pointing to that exit.
I vote we don't go in the hallway that someone painted certain death then.
Yes.
What do we see looking up the north?
Up the north?
Yeah.
Okay. up north, you can see. Time for me to get into the masking layer. Haha.
Oof.
Where is the mask layer? You see more hallway, and you can tell there are 2 zones where it sort of branches off. Well, 3. One at the very end of the hallway you can see has like 2, and you can sort of see the beginnings of an entrance midway down it.
Yuliy just looks
well
over
done.
whoever's
Well done.
holding the map's shoulder. I was like,
Yeah, that's me.
so do we want to go north or do we want to continue down?
Well, heading south is the hallway of certain death, but it is a shortcut.
Jhank
Yeah, because it
moves
looks
to
like we can
peek
go
around the corner of that
west and
first-
just take a longer route.
Yep.
Jhank moves up to take a peek around that first corner.
How do we know certain death isn't alive?
Wait!
So you're going this way?
To take a peek.
So, okay, take a peek. You see a hallway leading into a larger room. But you can't. Whoops! I did not mean to drag you into the hidden zone. I'm sorry, Jean. Sorry about that. It's a little hard with the masking layer. You can see.
have been places, man.
Are we going to the Shadow Realm now?
It's
I'm
time
about
to duel.
Duel!
There we go.
So yes, you see sort of it's the beginnings of a larger empty room. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably a little further than you can technically see, but yeah, it seems to be an empty room. Do perception for me, real fast.
I can also send my owl scouting.
You can.
Because,
With a 16, you hear voices coming from the room, but it doesn't sound like they're in the room. It sounds like they're coming from someplace else and being filtered into the room. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
could I get a token for my owl?
Yes. I think I only have an O. I don't know why I find
That's
like
fine.
a specific owl token. Maybe I can if I check the NPCs. Oh, aha! No, they don't have a token either. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's an O for owl. There you go. I apologize. It's not more.
That's fine.
Yeah. So you can check out the sort of kind of empty room. You can't quite tell if there's anything else in there. So you want your owl to check out those hallways.
Yep.
See more hallway. That's about it for right now.
Seems to be most of this floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it is a dungeon.
Jhank's going to take a few more steps forward.
A few more steps forward. Okay. You see,
Uh-oh.
there appears to be an armor stand hang along the sort of like northern wall of this room. There's not a heck of a lot on it. It looks like it should be holding a lot more, but you can see a very faintly glowing longsword that has sort of been stabbed into it.
He's going to go to the edge of the hallway.
And I'll say at this point, you can sort of like look into the whole room. So yes, at this point, you can sort of tell that there is a. You guess it's like a vent in the ceiling. It's not it's not modern ventilation or anything like that. It's just like a hole that sort of leads up to Waterdeep, which you can tell because that's where you hear the voices, and it sounds like it's super distorted and muffled. But you remember it. You recall that this sounds kind of like Waterdeep, like the market. And as I mentioned, there is aforementioned armor stand with the faintly glowing sword.
Jhank!
And there is a you can actually see there's another little relief in the like southeastern corner, and from this side it's really obvious there's another door, another like secret one-way door.
So I'm gonna roll for perception for the room.
Okay. Ooh, okay. 22. You see all the okay. You see all of aforementioned stuff. You also notice that there is a on that sort of glowing longsword. At the very base of it, there is the remains of a hand of some kind, like the skeleton of some sort of hand.
So it's probably cursed.
Probably, potentially.
Well, I am not going to touch it.
And aside from that, like it's just there's nothing else left in this room. It looks like it's been looted several times, and it looks like whoever left the sword left in very bad condition. So yes,
We're not going to find much in these early rooms, are we?
I doubt it.
probably not.
So does anyone want a longsword? Because I can just use Dispel Curse or Remove Curse.
I mean, I
I'm
personally really want
tempted
the
to
sword.
shoot an arrow at it.
I don't think that would do anything.
I want to identify the sword, but that involves touching it for like 10 minutes. So probably not a good idea.
Where is
I mean,
the sword technically? In the room?
Oh, the sword is technically I'll just grab my little 20-foot thing. It's please let me grab thing.
No.
Oh god.
It says no.
It's about here.
Oh, so like right in front of.
Yeah, it's against the wall. Like like I said, there's a little sort of wooden armor stand. And so, like that sword has just been jabbed into the base of it.
Pull it out.
Hold up. Let me cast Remove Curse on it first.
Is this sword worth casting Dispel Curse?
It's clearly got a curse on it.
I mean, do we...
Probably.
Or not. It might just be fine.
I mean, is it worth taking the sword?
Yes, the only treasure left in the room in this easily lootable room is probably fine.
So yeah, Remove Curse.
All right. The sort of dim magical light on the sword disappears. Congrats, you have a longsword.
There we go.
It's just a normal longsword.
It's just a normal longsword now. It was magical. It's not now.
It was cursed.
Still magical.
Yeah.
Jhank is going to go up and he's going to peek around the other two corners.
All right. Like I said,
What? Can we agree if we're going to go look around up
Yeah,
here? or
Jhank,
further down?
could you not rush ahead so much?
sorry, I accidentally closed the window on myself. Thought I was deleting this thing.
Don't we have some place
We
to
do
be?
have a prior arrangement, Jhank.
Yes.
Need I remind you we sort of disintegrated and need to get lower? Not sit around on the same floor?
Well, we're at least in the Undermountain now, which is safer than we were in Waterdeep.
Well, do we know where
That
the
is the
stairs...
strangest sentence you ever
Do we
uttered.
know where the stairs...
Whoa,
Sorry.
4 people talking over at the same time.
Sorry, Digo had just a great line.
I didn't even hear it.
Well, it was in response to Spud when he said we're in the Undermountain, so we're technically safer than when we were in the Undermountain than we were in Waterdeep. And I said, that's the strangest sentence I've ever heard anyone say.
100% true, but
Yeah.
Do we even know where the stairs are?
Yes.
we have the map.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
so...
Yes. We
Here,
know where
I'll-
the stairs are.
Allow me, if you would
Way
like,
down south.
I can mark them for you.
Please.
Please.
They are here.
Yeah. So we
That
gotta go
is
south.
That is a ways.
Yes, it is quite a ways away.
So we'll want to go south.
How about instead
Isn't
of
south the direction where it said, certain death or something?
let's take maybe the west passage and kind of go a ways around.
Yeah, because it looks like on the map it leads into where.
Because I mean, even without that warning message there on the wall, that long hallway screams trap.
A
Well-
bunch of things in that path scream trap.
Well, should we take a peek and see if we can find that, place where we heard those voices from?
It's not really all that important now,
from
is it?
the Waterdeep Market, right?
Well, I mean, we heard voices from.
It wasn't voices. You heard footsteps from that secret passage in the entrance room.
I mean, it's not like this is the only time we're going to be down here. I think this us getting lower is a little bit more important than footsteps we heard on the other side of a secret door that we can't get to.
I mean, we've seen the doorways where.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna send my owl to go scout this hallway to the west.
To the west of the pillar room, or just to the west of the
West of the
intersection?
pillar room.
Okay. Okay. So the owl enters a hall of mirrors. So yes.
Is that significant in some way, or is it just a hall with a bunch of mirrors?
Each of those sort of reliefs in the hallway they're each about 3 feet deep, and every single one of them has this large glass mirror. So there's 16 in all. There's a lot of like burnt out torches in this room.
But I mean,
And,
is there anything significant about the fact that there are all these mirrors, aside from the fact that
We
there are
don't
all-
know yet.
Yeah, we don't know, dude.
We don't know yet.
It takes.
I'll find
That is
out
that
real
is the
fast.
that is the operative question there.
Well, I'm asking as someone who
I'm
doesn't
getting
know
through. I'm getting through things, Jawa. I have a lot to read.
Well, I didn't. Well, my reasoning was I didn't know if Hall of Mirrors was a significant Dungeons and Dragons term.
No, it's
No,
just a
it
hall
is
of
not.
mirrors.
Hall of mirrors. They're
Okay.
not like weird shape-changing mirrors. They're like, mirrors you would find in a house. Yeah, your owl, like, nothing seems to happen as the owl flies through. Just it detects those mirrors. And like there's a bunch of burnt out torches, but that's about it.
So I'm gonna say probably not a good idea to have lit torches in there with all the burnt out torches there.
I'm not sure that's the implication there.
It could just be they ran out of
Could
fuel.
be.
It could be just their owners just mysteriously disappeared and they dropped to the floor and burnt out.
Or maybe they
Yeah.
didn't need them anymore. It's entirely possible. Or they just threw them.
Or maybe
can
the lit
just-
torches caused a large refraction of light that caused the people to disintegrate.
Hey, I got a lit torch. Does somebody have like a mage hand spell or
I
something?
do have Mage Hand.
Hey, why don't you like poke this torch into the room and see what happens?
All
Okay,
right.
not sure the torch is the
Sure.
operative thing.
Well, I
You
mean,
know, better safe than sorry.
yeah, if we're worried about torches, let's start testing it.
So you're mage handing a torch down the hallway?
Yeah.
A lit
Okay.
torch.
Or at least to the first thing, or first few things, because the range.
The first mirror set.
All
What's the
right.
range on Mage
Let me
Hand?
just
30
like,
feet. Okay.
Yeah, 30 feet. Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
See, it's fine.
Well, I give the torch back to Victor.
Victor.
Has anyone made an Arcana check yet?
Nope. But I will do that because
Can I
that's what
Can
I
I
do.
make a perception check?
Arcana. Ooh, not good. A lot of sevens
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
You're just not. It's not your day.
I'm
Can I
gonna
make-
say, regardless of. Well, no, I can't say regardless of option. How far are you walking, Jawa, to do the perception roll?
Can I make a perception from the very edge of the room?
Yeah, you can. it's going to change what you see, but you can.
That's where I'm doing my Arcana from.
Okay.
I'll walk into the room.
Yeah, Julie's already there.
Okay. All right. With the 17, yeah, you can, like the thing is, each of these were 3 feet deep, so you can see into the first couple, but you just see mirrors. There's nothing immediately obvious. And the further down you look, the more just holes you see where mirrors clearly are. Yuliy, when you step through the first set of mirrors, nothing happens. They're just mirrors.
See, you all are worried for nothing. Let's go.
Here, I'm gonna fire.
Adventures probably have gone through.
I'm gonna fire an arrow down the hallway.
It clatters against the other end of the hallway.
Oh, I didn't
After
even
hitting
hit
the
it.
stone
clang, clang.
You don't need to roll.
Come on, guys, it's fine.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
It's only the Undermountain. What could possibly go wrong?
I wonder what happens if you break the mirrors.
Do you want me to? I'll do it right
bad luck.
now. If that's what will get you guys to come forward.
I guess I'll follow behind Yuliy at a distance.
Okay.
Who has the torch?
Me.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor's the only one who really needs it.
Yeah.
Is Victor gonna put out the torch for walking through the Hall of Mirrors?
I'm gonna have trouble walking through.
Here, Victor can
Hold
his
someone's
hand on
hand.
yes, or put your
What?
hand on Chestnut, or hold on to Jacques' tail.
That's even better.
Jacques
Does anyone
will
want
be
to roll perception or do anything as they're sort of walking down the hall?
Sure, why not?
Jacques can be Victor's seeing eye lizard person.
You know what? I'll roll investigation.
Okay.
Not good.
No, it's not. Lander, they just look like mirrors. Yuliy,
Yeah.
you notice that as you pass by one of them, there's no reflection. Like
Stops.
it looks like glass, but it's not actually reflecting anything.
So maybe
Which
a
one would you
gelatinous
say
cube?
it is? Because at the point, it would be like an instant stop to the point of if Lander's walking right behind, he would go right into her.
Yeah. And it is very specifically, let me just put a little pointer down. This one.
So yeah, that's right where we were. All right.
Yep. So there's it's, like I said, it looks like glass. There's nothing there, but it's not reflecting anything.
So
Eldritch Blast.
if I look in it, it's not like showing my reflection like the others probably were.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
not showing a
assume-
reflection.
It might be a gelatinous cube.
So you're Eldritch blasting it?
Yes.
Okay. The Eldritch
Should
Blast.
I roll or?
No, you don't have to roll.
Alright.
The Eldritch Blast just completely sears through the supposed glass of the mirror, and you hear a crunch of wood, the clattering of metal, and a small fire beginning.
Was that necessary?
Wow.
You never know.
And there's still you presume at this point illusory glass, but
Yeah. Let's go check it out. Who wants to go first?
I'll go. It's fine.
All right, so you check the illusory glass,
Yeah, y'all cowards.
just sticking your head through.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's the little shelf that is now on fire.
Why is it on fire?
Gee, I wonder why.
Eldritch Blast is force magic, not fire magic.
Because it happened to react with something in there. There's a
Okay.
bronze mask that is currently hanging precariously from the edge of it. And
Yeah, touch it.
and it looks like a very old mage's face.
Does it look familiar at all, or
Not to you, no.
Nope. I want to grab it, take it out, and check it at Lander.
History. 1. No idea what it is.
No.
Check it at Lander.
It's,
You were distracted by getting hit by a mask.
Here's what I'm gonna say. With
Yeah,
a 1, you're
saving
just.
throw.
Holy crap. Okay, that's a lot of bad.
Wait, hold up. Why am I not proficient with this armor?
It
Should be light armor, right?
the leather?
Yeah, studded leather
Yeah.
Leather
armor.
is light armor, yeah.
And I should have proficiency with light armor.
Yeah, I might not have added that yet.
Oh, you know what? I just needed to check the star next to it.
Oh, okay, that would explain it. I was like, that's weird.
I still rolled a 3.
Woo!
Okay.
Also not good.
Dice hate us.
It's fine. I can see that it dropped to 19. I'm gonna first. So
All right.
you fortunately you just barely dodge out of the way of this just perfectly executed throw. Like there's a nice spiral to the mask. And it shatters the mirror on the other side.
Oops.
Jeez. Calm down a bit, will you?
You're the one who caused what's happening in there. Is there anything else in there besides the mask?
Small fire.
No, it's just the mask.
Just the mask.
Just the mask.
There was something, maybe.
Yeah, we won't know what it is now, will we, Lander?
I'm going to
There's a very faintly
investigate.
there's a faint chemical smell, and you can see some glass in there, but you have no idea what it caused.
Yeah. So some sort of potion.
Yeah. Oh well.
Might have been a thing of alchemist's fire.
Potentially. So Usk, you crossed over the threshold, right? You got through the whole.
Yeah, once
Allow us to
she broke the other glass, I'm like, that's probably it, and I went to the end of the room.
As you cross the westernmost mirrors, something weird happens.
Hooray.
Ooh.
See what you did?
As you cross those two mirrors, your reflection stops about halfway through. And it sort of takes this shadowy pallor to it.
Oh.
Like basically like your features sort of disappear and it's your silhouette that's left. And they crawl out of both sides.
Hi.
Help
me.
This is fine.
So yeah. Let me go ahead and place some duplicates on the map.
If they're magical, I could dispel one of them. Maybe.
I don't think so.
If they're third level or lower.
I don't think so.
Considering we're 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are magical in nature.
So I can choose any one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using spellcasting ability. DC is 10 plus spells level.
Okay.
But I might not do that.
How many
There's a few other things.
spell slots you got left, Lander?
I have 1 spell slot left.
You sure you want to
One.
waste it on this?
Well, my other options are remove, curse, shatter, phantasmal force, sleep, and protection from evil and good. Everything else is a cantrip.
We
Or
just
ritual.
got down here.
Wait, sorry. I actually misread something here. I don't think you guys need to roll initiative. Basically, as you pass by, all of the aforementioned stuff about the figures crawling out of the mirrors happen, but as they start actually approaching you, and they look, as pissed off as these sort of shadow duplicates of you can, they start dissolving into ash in a very familiar way.
Oh.
Ah,
We got that whole
they're
like,
copying a dead people.
Studio Ghibli hair thing going on with Yuliy right now.
Sorry, one moment. Someone's calling me. I apologize. One moment.
All right.
So, good news, bad news then.
So we can't be copied. That's an
Yep.
interesting little feature of this.
We're going down now. We're going down now.
Because any copies of us, we're dead. So they
Yeah.
die. Because they don't have the magic holding them together that we do.
Wow.
That is
Oh,
both
interesting.
great
I don't know how
and
to
depressing
feel
at
about
the same time.
this.
I should have brought my drink with me.
I mean, you drank it all.
That my
I
dad
know, I
was-
should have brought a second one.
Sorry, my
I
dad was
am-
calling me for work.
I am very
But-
mixed in the feelings right now.
But yes, because of your particular nature, these things just dissolve before they can.
Okay, so Jacques is gonna walk on right on past, and he's gonna retrieve his arrow.
Whoa.
Shit! I'm sorry. Oh gosh.
Did you
I wish
delete
there was an
everything?
undo action. Yeah,
No,
I
we're all right there.
Mr.
Yeah,
Dan, I don't feel
that's
so
fine. I'll-
good.
I'm feeling so good.
How dare you? Second of all, what gives you the right?
You did this to us.
Yeah, sorry, give me a moment. I fortunately have all of the tokens readily accessible. I just need to actually get them out again. Apologies.
Hysterical.
Feel free to move yourselves back into the correct position. I'm just trying to get but yes, it seems that magic must have defeated magic. So
Yeah.
you are all fortunately not having to deal with 2 duplicates every time you passed by those last couple mirrors. The same events happen. You get to watch it a grand total of like 16 times.
Cool.
Just in the process. But
Why do these guys keep moving?
I think people are grabbing different parts and there's a lag.
I'm going to be rolling Arcana when I walk by to look at them.
Yeah, it is a you don't know the specific spell behind it. But it is some sort of like illusory magic that has a physical form, basically, but it just does not work with undead things. Which you all,
Okay.
in a sense, technically are.
Oh.
So, could one say that when I used Divine Sense earlier, I did pick up blips and they were all around us?
No, I'm not gonna retcon that. You guys, like, your divine sense or whatever did not register you dead or undead.
That would have been funny.
It would have been.
Yeah.
But
Very
I'm not-
funny.
I'm not gonna retcon that.
That's fine.
By the way,
We are alive in a particularly different way than the undead.
yes. Also, that mask that was used to shatter a mirror, is anyone gonna pick it back up, or was it just left there? I just
Lantern,
want to know
you
if
want
I
it?
I find no use for it.
I guess I'll roll Arcana on it first.
Okay.
See if it's magical. If it's not, then I'll take it.
It's not magical.
All right. I guess I'll take it.
It's just a fairly nice bronze mask, so here
Might
you go.
be able to sell it or something.
Yeah, worth like 50 gold. So yeah, there you are. You can add that to your inventory. Did it? Yeah, the thing came by. Cool. All right. So you get down to the end of that hallway, the Hall of Mirrors of Horror, and you have both a left and a right path available to you. How would you
Jhank
like?
is, after retrieving his arrow, Jhank is starting south, and he's peeking around the corners as he goes.
You see a lot more hallway. That's about it.
Jhank. Jhank.
Jhank,
Stop
stop
moving ahead on
running
your own.
ahead.
let the owl do the scouting. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity if it
On
can
the
fly.
plus side, if there's any traps, he'll trigger them before us.
I mean, it doesn't. It counts. Bleh. Attacks of opportunity if those are traps.
Sacrificial owl.
No, not a
All
sacrificial owl. Owl is friend.
All right, so the owl is doing some perception down that hallway.
Sure, I'll have him go down the way that we need to go. Down
Okay.
there.
Yeah, it's more hallway. Like I said, there's not a heck of a lot going on down here. Usk, you were crossing that threshold, right? That hallway juncture.
Yep.
Roll stealth, please.
Okay.
Same for Jhank.
So there's something down the hallway to the east.
There might be. Oof.
What am I? Oh, stealth?
Stealth. Oof.
Usk, nothing happens to you. Jhank, I'm gonna need you to roll dex to dodge 3 very poorly made arrows.
So what, like saves? Or
Yes.
just basic dex?
Yeah, this is a basic dex. I mean, with your armor level, I'm sure it actually won't matter too much, but this is, more for flavor.
Oh, so basic dex, right?
Yes, basic
Just dex saving throw. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oof.
That's not great.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Fortunately, aforementioned arrows are not very well constructed. But you hear, they clang sort of against you, and you hear a series of screams in what you recognize as Goblin.
Yeah.
Hi.
And Usk,
Follow.
you specifically hear the various screams are the mentioned intruders. They are here.
The mentioned. Okay.
Which direction is it coming
'cause
from?
Bugbear
The-
scouts
From the east.
down that hallway where my owl token is.
Mhm.
And now it's not.
Yep. And yeah, so
Gotta.
it might be time to roll some initiative.
Yep. This is the time.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and add everyone that needs to be added. Where
You
is
elves and your.
There are no full elves. I'm a half elf.
I'm not an elf either.
We're not speaking elvish. We're
You're
speaking
su-
Sylvan.
Your sylvan tongues.
All right, let me just
Yeah.
go ahead and toss them in here.
It's really nothing important. Honest.
Yeah.
Is there a way for me to mass copy? Sorry, this might take a little bit.
No worries.
Alright.
Okay, while you're doing that, I will be right back.
Because not all of them are going to go right now, but there's going to be a little bit of a task force coming down.
Uh-oh.
Feel
Oh, jeez, that's a really annoying numbering system. And oops, that's not how you spell bugbear. One of those. One of those. One of those. One of those. Okay, well, did it show up?
25.
There's some. Oh, there it is. It's at the very bottom of the page for some reason. Okay. Let me just go ahead and add. That's not the right thing. Sorry, I should have populated this hallway beforehand, but I wasn't entirely certain how many there would be.
All good.
2.
Oh god, am I going to have to grab each one individually? Oh no. So I'll just be blunt. There's 15 goblins down this hall.
Excusez-moi.
Boy.
This is why we don't run ahead.
That's a lot of goblins.
It is a lot of goblins.
Fun.
So they're supposed to be to the east, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in combat.
Yeah, you will be.
Well, that I already knew.
So this would be a good place for Shatter.
Probably.
Or an
for
explosive.
a brick wall called a paladin.
Yes, one of those things.
Or both of them.
6. Sorry, there is
You're
not an easy way
fine.
to grab multiple things at once.
You're fine.
I am going to do some extra prep work next time to make sure that I have the whole... I just have everything set in stone beforehand.
I mean, not too different from a physical game in this respect.
Yeah. I can hide, like, most of this stays hidden until... I keep forgetting that most of it actually show up, so...
Yeah, we still can't see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just, waiting in anticipation.
Yeah. Anticipation. And this guy, who will be here.
That sounds like a different enemy type.
I mean, there are bugbears. Like that's not new.
Yeah, I mean,
see, is there a way for me to collect?
we can now see Goblin 1.
There's got to be a way for me to like make a bunch of things visible. Okay, I can shift, I think.
Yeah, there's a hotkey.
There's
somewhere.
got to be.
So
This
did
this thing has a million hotkeys.
Dang
Did
it.
I take any damage from those 3 arrows, or did they
No,
just?
you didn't. They were
Okay.
they were long distance and very poorly made. So you're fine for right now.
So they were like, it was like getting hit with a spitball.
Sort of, kind of. You get the feeling if you were closer, it might have hurt, but you were, still a good 30 feet away. So. All right, so you can see those in specific. And you get the feeling that that's probably not all of them.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay. Now let me roll, buddy.
So how does how does the dog and owl work as far as combat goes?
They have their own capabilities. I have access to their sheets, and you should be able to as well, since they're friendly.
Yep.
And you can just, whoever owns them can determine what they do.
Okay, so I do decide what Crunchbite does on when it's the dog's turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I believe everything starts with Usk.
Okay, where is that listed then? Is it?
If you go to the upper right-hand corner and click the crossed swords for the combat tracker.
All right.
There are many much goblins.
Many much Musum.
Yes. And 2 bugbears shouting orders in the back. Orders along the lines of everybody but me.
Well, I don't see, since the hallway's probably about to be filled by the ranger and the paladin, I'm probably better served. Actually, since if I'm in this against this wall here, can I make a stealth check?
I'm gonna say your stealth check from earlier still works. Like they didn't notice you as you crossed.
Oh,
You're
excellent. So
fine.
I'm hidden from them.
Yeah, you're still hidden.
Yes.
Outstanding. All right.
Sneak attack. Sneak attack.
Pertinent question then. What is... I've got a short bow. Range is 80, 320. So that's...
Wow, the dog really does not have much HP.
Yeah.
Nope. He's a dog.
Almost like it's not supposed to be fighting.
10, 20, 30, 40. So I can shoot all the way down the hall, and my range is still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, your range is good enough.
So I'm going to take a sneak attack shot at Bugbear 1.
Bugbear 1. Okay. Okay.
Just kind of
Go.
aim up a bit. I mean, the goblins are short enough. I can just aim up a little bit and just sail it right over them.
Easily, yes. All right,
right.
go ahead and roll.
Short bow, go.
Respectable.
Yeah, that definitely hit. So, yes, the bugbear, one of the bugbears currently shouting orders. The arrow flies through the air, and let's see how bad it hits.
All right, I would have had advantage on that because I
Sneak attack.
was.
You would
because I
have.
was. Actually, I'll just roll a second one just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case crit.
It's
Exactly
the
the
same roll.
same.
All right then. So sneak attack. The amount of extra damage is according to the rogue table. Starts at an extra 1d6 at level 1.
So it should be 5d6 at
Is
level
that
5.
Is it really
Yes.
per level?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Hold on, I can check real fast.
No, there's a table for this. It
Sneak attack damage? I think it's every
yeah.
other level.
Sneak attack bonus is at level 5, 3d6.
all right.
So it is every other. Okay.
Yeah. It gets pretty big.
I know. I've seen rogues do like triple digit damage in one attack.
Yeah.
Rogues can get disgusting.
So that's I rolled the 3d6 for my sneak attack and then my regular damage, so that's 16 total.
16. Okay. That's real bad for the bugbear. He looks... Oh, that's the wrong bugbear. Whoops. One moment.
That'll be Bugbear 1.
Yes. 16 damage on Bugbear 1. He looks real upset. Like that arrow just completely like sheared through his shoulder.
Ooh.
Like, normally arrows are supposed to stop. That one did not. And you can see it like the bugbear like has a moment of like, oh god, I've been hit. Oh god, I've been hit. And it's probably gonna take a moment to like flee.
All right,
I wasn't
then.
expecting that kind of damage.
Oh, right. No, do I get a second attack at 5 or?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I need to keep track of all my.
There's a lot of things. Yes.
I think most melee classes get the extra attack.
I'm not sure the rogue does.
No, you do not.
Right.
Oops.
Okay.
Yeah. No worries. So yes, you have completed your action. I am going to go to Victor. Victor, you are next.
Okay.
How would you like to handle the oncoming onslaught of guys?
I'd rather them not be oncoming.
Also fair. That's a perfectly valid point.
So I'm going to move up a little bit so I can see around the corner what the heck's coming at us.
Jhank, what mess did you get us into?
Yeah, okay. Well, I got torchlight. I can kind of see something down there. I'm going to go ahead and I want to cast Entangle
Entangle.
on the front of that
Nice.
group.
Sounds decent. Let me just double check all of the specifics on that one. And
So
okay. Yeah, let's make a 20-foot square that's really difficult to deal with. Go ahead and point out like roughly where you want it, and I'll make a little marker.
Oh, sorry, I just clicked on.
No worries.
it's like 20-foot range. So let me put myself where kind of somewhere around there.
Uh,
That kind of front area there.
So yeah, you want it roughly. Oh, that is way too big. Or no, it's not big enough actually.
oof.
Oh, because it's zoomed in super far. That's why it seems like that. So basically fill the hallway.
Yeah,
Okay. And you want it on those two?
yeah. Just kind of fill the front there. That way, everybody behind has to kind of.
All
through.
right. Yeah. Let's see if those two goblins manage to make the save.
Yeah, they need a strength saving throw.
They sure do. All right, goblin. Did you make the saving throw?
Just keep in mind there are those two doorways up above where they could still come around and flank us.
Oh, wow. That one just barely managed to do it. And this one did not. So, goblin number one managed to avoid getting completely caught up in the spell. But the one behind him did not. All right. That was your primary action and some of your move. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, that should be it.
All right, Yuliy.
Okay. I would literally not be able to get into combat with any of them and be able to do anything. But I am going to.
You can get in between them and us.
No, that's what I'm going to do. That's basically the extent of my movement. And I'm going to hold my attack for if one of them comes within striking distance.
All right. I mean, you do have a javelin.
I do have a javelin. I also have a really nice javelin.
You do have a really nice javelin.
Javelin.
I don't know if I want to use it because then I have to wait to use it again. Actually, no, let's do it.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. I don't remember how that one works, though.
The javelin of lightning.
Yeah.
All right. You have to hurl it and speak its command word. It transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 4d6 lightning damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Well, that's
When
gonna
did
get
you get
I
this?
love my
Four
javelin
targets.
of lightning.
Had it at the
The-
beginning.
This is. I gave everyone 2 magic items, and this one of Yuliy.
Wow.
It's uncommon.
Yeah.
It's not even a rare.
No,
It's not even a rare weapon. It's an uncommon weapon.
it's great. Oh.
It
Alrighty.
is great.
What in the world were my magic items?
Your magic items were the bag of tricks that summons a bunch of animals, and I can't remember what your other one was right now. Gloves of thieving, I think. Gloves of archery.
Thievery.
Thievery. Someone else. Jhank had the archery.
I still got to roll for a javelin, or just
Yes. You roll the ranged attack damage for which target?
The
How
line that gives you the most.
Bugbear 2.
Yeah.
Bugbear 2? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, let me do some dex rolls for a series of oh my god.
Nice. Oh,
Well
Oh,
then.
wait.
that looked like a 20
Yeah.
at first. That was
Said
weird.
20, but now it's 8.
That is super weird.
Yeah.
I think I still got to go with the 8 because that's what's listed. Unfortunately, that does not pierce the bugbear, although he is very freaked out.
It's okay.
But-
It's just a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Let's see how these dex saves go. That's a miss. And that's a miss. And
Misses in, they failed the save, or
yes, misses and they failed the save. Come on,
You're
Goblin
having
5.
fun, aren't you, Avis?
I am. I'm having so much fun.
Okay, Goblin 5 was like, I'm out, and managed to dodge most of that. Go ahead and roll damage. Roll the 46 for the goblins. Okay. Yeah, didn't matter that it dodged it. Those 3 goblins fried. So you're gone.
So the goblins only have about 10 health. that.
Yeah. Delete this token. Not all the tokens, please. I don't want to have to go back.
You can't take me back.
I'll just end combat, I swear to God.
So everyone got up and left at the end.
The lightning scared them all off.
So goblins 1, 3, and 5 are freshly fried.
Tuesday.
And you hear Usk, you hear some very distinct goblin swearing.
I mean, not the first time.
No, but I mean, like, it's rare you hear a goblin going like, okay, look, I may not believe in you, Shantae, but like, if you could save me here, I'll take up farming. I'll do
Pick
it.
a god and pray.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So that bugbear managed to lift his shield, and the javelin portion just like sort of stuck. But or rather, not even the javelin portion, because I don't think you throw it. I believe, if I read it properly, you're just basically pointing and shooting
becomes
lightning.
a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
a
yeah,
lightning
yeah.
cannon.
It's so great. I love this weapon.
So yeah, he's got a javelin sort of stuck in his shield, and he's like, "Okay, that was really bad." Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to do, Yuliy? Aside from gloat?
She's like giggling like a schoolgirl because that was so cool. She didn't know what that did.
Just guessing. Well, you had to say the command word, so I guess
It just came. I want to say that it just came to her and she just did it.
All right. Do you have a particular command word, or do you want to think?
Can I think about it later? It was
Yes.
probably I want to just say it was something in Infernal.
Makes sense to me. All right, we will move on, and it is now Bugbear 1's. Okay, what is he gonna do? He's the one that got really injured. I think for right now, upon the arrow to his shoulder and the lightning bolt, I think his battle plan is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gonna run. He's not happy about that. We'll move on to Bugbear 2. Bugbear 2 is going to... I think he's going to take the javelin out of the shield and throw it back. I think he thinks it's going to do the same thing, but it's not, unfortunately. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I know it's expired for the rest of the day.
Yeah, he's gonna throw it at you, Yuliy. Maybe he can get it. So let me do a ranged attack roll.
You can try.
Yeah, he can try. I suppose it is this. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's +4. That's different. Okay, 23.
Ow.
Yeah, I think that one hits.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe just a little bit.
mhm.
I got the javelin back though.
Yeah, you did.
I don't have to go walk and get it now. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're going to be taking 5 damage there. 5 piercing, if that matters.
Not really.
All right. Crunch Bite. Crunch Bite is next.
Okay, Crunch Bite is gonna go over by the owl.
Okay. Anything else, or is Crunch Bite just sort of staying out of the fight?
The dog has 5 HP.
Fair enough. All right. I guess we'll move on to, I think it's goblins at this point. So goblins 2 and 4. Yeah. Goblin 2 is going to think really hard about his life choices. And if I can open his thing, I think he is going to yeah, I think there's still enough stuff going on, and there's enough goblins. I guess I should do that as well. So some more goblins sort of stream around the corner. This happens sort of at the same time as what this one goblin is doing. Let's move like this, and then set to visible. It's a good thing you guys have ranged weapons, because this would not be a fun one to get up close and personal.
It's also good we've got a nice, long, relatively narrow hallway.
Yes, also good. So goblin number 2 is going to... I think the goblin's going to try and shoot the short. I think... Yeah, Yuliy, you're the closest, so I think he's going to try and do that, just because it's the easiest shot.
It's not the first time I've had a paladin stuck in this situation where they're the only one to be hit.
Yeah. I'm going to guess an 8 does not work.
An 8? Nope. Bye.
All right. That's all of that goblin's action, because I think he's a little bit caught. Goblin number 4, 30 feet, and then it takes 20 just to move through that. I think this goblin's gonna line back up over here, and it's gonna take a pot shot at you. 7's probably not gonna do it either.
Just boink, bonk.
Yeah.
Nope. Try again.
All right.
Or just give up.
They might as well just give up.
I apologize. I need to take just a very short break. I will be right back.
All right.
Yeah, we just have to be aware from them going around, catch up from above North Hall.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It'll,
how
it'll,
it is.
it'll take them a couple rounds to get all the way there.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys want to pay attention to that way, I've basically got this whole hallway set.
Of course, that
I'm
assumes
gonna
there's
send my owl to scout up there once it's their turn.
yeah. That does assume that they're smart enough to do that, though.
Well,
They're probably not.
the
they're
bugbears are
goblins.
probably their leaders and probably got the intelligence to do it.
Yeah, but the goblins probably not. Especially after they kind of got decimated by a bolt of lightning, and
Right.
they're not sure if I can do it again.
I can keep that entanglement up for like a minute, but with concentration. So
It's all good.
okay.
Like, with that, on top of the fact that I'm there and I have a really high armor class, if you guys want to pay attention to them coming behind us, that's fine.
I mean, we should still try to focus range fire down there so you're not, having to constantly dodge arrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, absolutely fair. But,
I'm gonna
like,
have to... Oh, you were...
I could
Sorry, I
probably
interrupted.
thorn whip into him.
Yeah, Thornwhip would pull them forward, but you got to be pretty close.
Do I have to pull him forward?
It pulls them forward if it hits at least
Yeah.
10 feet. My druid has it. It's like her only damaging attack.
Because I could pull if I can get close up. But
I feel like the bulk of the goblins are trying to like stream into this hallway, so
yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you get
The
18?
bugbear-
Are you running a shield paladin or?
Yeah, and the chainmail brings me up that high.
Gotcha.
So it's that plus the shield.
Nice.
Eventually I'll have plate, and then I'll be untouchable.
Yeah.
My other paladin just got plate, and everything is wonderful.
All right, so Jhank is coming up next. After the goblins. Then the owl, then Lander. And then me again.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Yeah?
Be playing off a bunch of deception if you'd like to, since you're the only one who can really understand them. If you want to say, surrender or we'll rain more lightning on you again.
I mean, I've been considering kind of trying to bluff it, but the thing about, goblin and bugbear, dungeon bandits and whatnot is that they're a little afraid of death, but they're not that afraid of death.
I mean,
Well, considering
Bugbear
I
one
just
seems to be pretty
incinerated
afraid of
at
death.
least 3 goblins.
Yeah, but
in one day.
surrendering is still like not part of their game plan.
Mm-hmm.
They'd probably run before they surrender.
Yeah.
Well, surrender could mean us
And-
giving them a chance to get away so we don't kill them.
Yeah, but then to where, and there's no guarantee they won't try and like ambush us again later at part of revenge, like, and in their minds, there's also the chance that we'll just kill them anyway once they're our captives anyway, because that happens all the time. Frankly,
Mm.
ECs accept surrender and then just kill them anyway.
You can still try it. Worst case scenario, we just have to kill
I
them.
don't want to. I don't care. In this dungeon in particular, I want the path behind us to be clear.
yeah.
We don't want to have to worry about anything we skipped over coming back to bite us in the butt later.
A little bit.
We've already skipped over quite a bit, though,
Well, I mean, but like in terms of
encounters.
encounters that are
Aware of us.
aware of us that we can control.
Yeah.
I mean, most things are 100% honest. Most things are probably aware of us because my chainmail gives me disadvantage on stealth, so we're hearing clangs and jingles the entire way down.
Yep.
And
But,
there's nothing I can do about that.
Like you can make goblins and bugbears surrender, but like why? Really? Why go to all the trouble? For what?
We don't have to
They-
kill them.
To say
But-
we can.
But we kind of do.
No, we don't. We don't gotta do nothing.
They're trying to.
We'll start up a new tradition of recruiting our defeated enemies into our ranks.
I honestly refuse.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what I stepped back into. Sorry, my dad
All good.
All
stuff
right.
to do. All right, so we left off at Jhank. Jhank, what are you going to do to these poor misunderstood goblins?
Yes,
That flows nicely right out of our conversation while you were gone.
Okay, so with his bow,
Mhm.
he can reach all the way down the hallway. I mean, the
Pretty
bow can
much,
reach
yeah.
all the way. Okay, Jhank is going to take a step to the side backwards, and he can fire 2 shots, right?
I believe so.
Okay, he's going to fire. does it make a difference? I mean, can I like say it's just aesthetics if he's just putting two arrows in the bow
Two
and firing them
bows. Sorry.
out?
2 bows, 1 arrow.
It's the medieval equivalent of the gun that fires guns.
I love it.
Yep.
Yes,
he's going to.
yeah.
He's
Or
going
Lord of
aesthetically-
Feathers, who just completely vomits velociraptors.
Aesthetically, I'm all about this. Go for it, dude.
Yes, he's going to put 2 arrows into his bow and fire them both off at Bugbear 2.
Okay.
So I go to actions and roll the arrow.
It's the go to
Longbow?
actions and then the longbow, which is the +5 on you.
And I roll 2 of those then, right?
Yep. Oof. You see, this is what you get when you show off. The first arrow careens wildly out of the way just because it got knocked aside. The second arrow finds its mark though. So go ahead and roll damage.
It was clearly because you used 2 at the same time that it just went wide.
Yes.
So that's...
That said, that's real fast. That said, even though one of them missed, one of the goblins is going, "Oh wow!"
Can we recruit that goblin?
No.
No.
We already had this discussion. My fun plan was shot down.
Yeah.
So I roll. So I what do I use to? Do I? Okay.
It says for you 1d8 plus 2 piercing.
Okay,
So
there we
roll a d8. All right, 6 damage on that bugbear. All right. Sorry, there are so many things in this combat tracker that it's just slowed to a crawl for me.
Ugh.
It's all good.
All right, bugbear 2 just took 6 damage. So looks a little upset by that, but not too hurt. All right, and then let's see who's next. The owl. What does the owl do?
The mighty owl.
The owl's gonna go scout down this way and make a perception check to see if there are any enemies coming from that way.
All right. No need for a perception check.
Too late.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's not really a need for one. It's more hallway. The owl can.
What was that?
The owl, there is a door at the other end of, as seen on the map. But currently nothing's coming out that way. Is that all audible?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my owl's
Sorry.
just gonna hang out there for now and let me know if any enemies come from that direction.
All right. Meanwhile, what is Lander Proper going to do? Lander Prime.
Taking cover against this wall for now.
I suppose Lander Prime is a bold statement given your situation. But
Yeah. And
all right.
Eldritch Blast always has range.
it does. It does.
It does. You should.
All right. So I guess if you're just staying there, round.
I mean, I'm gonna attack too.
Oh, all right. So how are you going to attack? Sorry, I moved on to the thing, but so are you Eldritch Blasting something?
I might use Shatter, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna do some thinking for a second.
No worries. I don't know why, but my brain immediately dumb this all about mathematics surrounds me.
When in doubt, Eldritch Blast.
I'm just picturing Lander calculating exactly how much damage he can do.
That calculus meme.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Jeopardy theme
so,
plays.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm sorry. Turns out that 7
So-
HP is way more than this goblin has.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Shatter
All right.
right there. So everything within that 10-foot circle gets hit. or needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's quite a few different things. For what it's worth, that circle says 10. I don't know that that's the proper size.
It's a
I think it should be.
10-foot
'Cause
radius,
I'm pretty sure that's
right?
a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot
Oh,
radius.
10-foot radius. Okay, then
Yeah.
yes.
10-foot radius based on Goblin 7, basically looks
Yeah,
like.
okay. Okay, that does make sense then. I was just a little like, I know that things are a little messed up, so I'm not entirely sure if that's right, but okay. Then yes. Let me do a series of saves.
More saves.
Yes,
Yep.
more saves. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and make them visible since they're potentially gonna die. That one. And this bugbear. Who got rotated somehow? There we go. Okay. Let's see. Goblin 6, Goblin 7, Goblin 8, Goblin 9.
All right.
And they need to roll what now?
Constitution.
Okay. I'm just going to do it from Goblin 6. Wow!
I can't tell if that was a really good throw or a really bad throw.
One of them rolled a 20.
Okay.
Oops.
So...
Still
so-
take half damage, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's still probably going to really hurt. Let me pull up the shatter rules real fast so I actually know what I'm reading from real quick.
Yeah.
Probably better for me long term.
I'm assuming it's against my spell save DC.
Yes.
Yeah, that is definitely what it is. So what is your spell save DC?
I don't actually know where that is.
10 plus
Uh,
proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yes, it
Okay,
should.
so that's gonna be like
So 10 plus 3
16.
plus your charisma.
so that's 16.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, then wow. Three of those goblins are about to get a nasty shock.
Yep.
And
So
Bugbear 2 and this other bug. So
And
one more
since-
moment.
all right.
Sorry, I still gotta roll them. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that didn't work. Where's Bugbear 2? There he is. Reveal yourself. Whistles in common.
Oh yeah, by the way, apparently
Yeah.
Victor learns Sylvan somehow.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
he
was
seemed
on
very
his list.
surprised by it.
That was on the I'm pretty sure that yeah, I had it. I did put that on there.
All right.
This is really entertaining.
So yes. All right, go ahead and roll damage for me, buddy.
All right. Since I believe I only have 2 third level spell slots, it's going to be at 3rd level,
Okay.
which is only
48.
48. So there's the
Still.
first 3d8 plus an additional. Let's see. I think it's this one. So
Bye.
Okay.
that looks like 17 damage once it
Seven?
pops up.
Yeah.
17.
That's
Yep.
17 in total. Okay. So that's one dead bugbear.
All right.
Let's remove him from the slot. And then even with half, that's a series of dead goblins.
Yep.
6, 7, 8, and 9.
So is it half rounded up or half rounded down?
Down, usually.
Down.
Yeah, it's down.
All right.
Still doesn't matter. They all died. Oops, not 4. 4 lives for now.
For now.
Dang.
4.
Yes. Even though 4 is death.
Yeah, they were just out of range.
She.
Just barely.
What a shame.
Yep.
Oh no, your kill count is not as high as it could be.
It was either Goblin 4 or Bugbear 2.
Seems reasonable. Yeah, that bugbear is looking upset. Like, you can barely see it, but it's not in a good state.
I really don't appreciate not being able to understand what the hell you people are saying.
It's just very trivial stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying anything. I'm just having fun.
I mean, I don't know what you said in that last one.
I really like the whatever the font for that one is, Victor. Though.
Yes.
Those are both really nice.
Oh goodness me! I love being able to read all of these. Okay, Usk, it is your turn now.
All right. Am I still hidden?
You are still hidden, yes. Most of the goblins who could have seen you died.
Yeah.
Do I have? Well, that
spell
bugbear
slots.
might have cover to me. Would he?
Yes, he would have cover because there's like basically 2 walls between you.
Yeah. All right. I will take a sneak attack on Goblin 4.
All right.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
With an 11, let me double check. I accidentally closed the combat tracker for some stupid reason. That does not hit, unfortunately.
Well, dang.
And I'm going to say at that point that I think that goblin now noticed you.
And points me up, probably. That's fine. All right.
Yeah,
Well, that's
he's
my
gonna-
turn.
All right. Next is... Oops. Sorry, I don't know why it skipped to Victor. It's actually supposed to be this bugbear.
Hey.
Let me see. Is there anything in particular? No, it's just got the javelins. That's its only ranged weapon. Still, I think that particular bugbear, upon seeing everything that has happened, is going to also back away for right now.
So is that Bugbear 1 or Bugbear 1?
It's Bugbear I.
Okay.
You have a bugbear.
So,
You
yes.
have
And now it's Victor. Victor's turn. Click! Click! Please let Victor go.
Oh, hey, there you go. Okay, you guys seem to be handling it pretty well. I don't really want to get any closer. I could try just throwing a javelin at Goblin 4.
You could.
Yeah, let me do that.
All right.
Let's see if that works. I don't know.
Attacking while out of ammo.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Ooh.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah. You didn't move before you did that, did you?
No.
It says automatic miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
rolled
know.
a one.
Yuliy?
What?
Roll a quick dex save for me.
Because it's a 1.
With my minus 1? Sure.
Yes, with your -1. Okay. It didn't hit you.
It's
So
like
yes.
a clank. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, it like clattered to the ground, like just in front of you, like it sailed right over your shoulder next to your neck and landed on the ground in front of you. So yeah,
Cool, free javelin.
it's a good try,
Hey.
Victor.
You should drop the entangled cuckoo.
You want me to drop it?
I mean, I would have to run through it otherwise.
I mean, all I have to do is just stop concentrating and it ends.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, I will stop concentrating on the entangle so that our paladin can tank our way through the enemy.
All right. Then I will remove it. Dang it, I minimized it by accident. It's so hard to tell which ones I'm dealing with. Pointers. Because on top of everything else, there's a delay.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, entangle is gone. Yuliy, your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh Jesus! Ah!
Hi, friends. I must ask you a question.
Oh
boy.
jeez. All right.
That's a pretty good axe.
There is a leg on the 21.
Okay.
I
On
think
which
it's the
goblin?
one- the bottom one first.
Goblin 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. Yeah, it dies. You cleave that thing in half.
Next one.
Oh no.
I have 2 attacks.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, it's dead. It's. I feel like this is one of those ones where you flavor it. You just like swing horizontally and end up 4 half goblins.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just strikes one and just keeps going in a twirl.
All right. Okay.
So for a comic book, it'd be this cool panel where the axe is like going all the way across, and 2 goblins are being plopped in half in once.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Are there any goblins up to the room north of Yuliy now that she can probably see into there?
In this room, they. Are you gonna look in that room, Yuliy?
I mean, I still have 5 feet of movement, so I can.
Okay. If you do, you will see a skeleton of some kind on the floor. And you will see 6 goblins who are attempting to flee through the northern door.
Guys, there's some who are trying to run.
Thanks.
And
We'll take care of them.
let me go ahead and add another 6 goblins.
All the goblins.
Yes. 3,
Goblin, goblin,
4,
goblin.
I feel like I'm in an episode
5,
of Goblin Slayer.
Yuliy.
6.
Mm.
Oh. Ooh.
Have I become Goblin Slayer?
Not yet. Close. Not yet.
I think Lander has that title right now.
Yeah. 10, 11. So yeah. All right.
I mean, you
Starts.
took out
3, 4, 5, 5.
Yeah,
Truly,
5.
we are
think
all
5,
Goblin
yeah.
Slayer on this blessed day.
There is no
Uh,
one Goblin
was it
Slayer.
5 or 4?
There is a Goblin Slayer within us all.
Maybe the Goblin Slayer is the friends we made along the way. Oh boy. Yeah. At this point, I'll just be blunt. Lander, your owl is seeing this like these 6 goblins just trying to book it.
All right.
Oops. I don't know why I didn't mean to click that. Let's make them visible, please. No. Yes. Visibility.
So,
This might take a bit. So while that happens, I'm gonna roll up Bugbear. There's so much lag on my computer right now because it's like there are too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should be about right. Yeah, that Bugbear is fleeing same direction. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make it visible a minute. Crunchbite. Crunchbite's still staying out of it.
Yeah, I think Crunchbite is just gonna stay right where stay put.
Okay. In that case, it's about to get a little crazy up in here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm moving a series of goblin tokens.
Yeah.
There. About there. About there. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this series of goblins visible. Give me a few moments. So here's the question of the hour. Y'all gonna let them run, or is there about to be a massacre in these halls? Just gonna make, we'll say, I'll just go ahead and make them all visible at this point.
Yeah. I think from there, my owl should be able to see all those.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your owl can see those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I think they're more scared of us than we are of them. Just let them go.
I mean, at this point, yeah. That said, Yuliy, at your position, you can tell that you actually have something new at this point. You see a sort of wooden scaffolding next to this entryway that you're at. Like it's in the hallway that you're in currently, but it's like next to this sort of entry. It is a wooden scaffolding that has the a symbol that you recognize because it's the Xanathar Guild symbol.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think we stepped into a snake pit we shouldn't have.
I mean,
You say that as if we had much of a choice.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a prisoner to interrogate?
I don't think we want to put a big target on our backs right now, especially not one run by a beholder.
I
You
mean,
might
we
already
already have a target on our back.
Let's not make
the
it
form
bigger.
Of pretty
Theoretically,
sure the
we-
master of
we-
this dungeon already has a target on us.
Let's not add someone
So-
else to that list.
Well, in theory, we were a target that were already hit.
Yeah, but they want to hit us again, or at least the person who made us unhit.
I need to do one more thing, but it is currently. Please let me scroll. I believe it's currently Jhank's turn because all of the goblins decided to run.
Okay, I am going to switch from longbow to the warhammer and hand axe, and Jhank
Okay.
is going to 1, 2.
Is the warhammer one-handed?
It can
He's
be
got a-
wielded.
Okay.
He's got a feat that lets him do it, I believe.
All right.
He's going to move ahead 4. He's not going to quite charge into the goblins, but he's going to move.
Okay.
Is there such a thing as readying an action?
I believe it's you can use one of your bonus actions to basically prep a turn.
All right.
Well, but by moving and by changing weapons, Jhank is out of actions for the turn.
Yeah. So yeah, Jhank, that is all you are capable at the moment. Owl! What does the owl want to do as it watches goblin pass by underneath it?
The owl is just gonna head back over
Seems
here.
reasonable. Seems pretty reasonable.
And yeah, that's the owl's turn.
All right, and finally, Lander, what are you gonna do?
Can I just say that I'll stay where I am, but ready an Eldritch Blast in case a goblin comes at me?
Oh
How
yeah,
many more of those do you have?
Eldritch
It's a
Blast is a
cantrip.
cantrip.
Okay.
It's
I'm already
spell.
out of spell slots.
That's
It is
awesome.
the best cantrip ever.
It's a very good one.
Delicious.
Mostly because of the agonizing blast.
Yeah.
That and the fact that there's very little things that are resistant to force
True.
Yeah.
and that range.
I mean, it's got the same range as Firebolt and
Someone
Chill
snoring?
Touch. Eh,
I thought I heard snoring. That was weird.
kind of sounded like it.
It's
It
coming from
was.
butts.
Oh dear.
Spud.
It might be
Oh,
because
God.
Usk is sleeping.
No.
Or like AFK.
No, I think
Spud?
Spud may actually be asleep.
Hmm.
Bud!
Oh no.
Oh no!
How do we resolve this?
I don't know. Well, this is an
There's
unusual
one way I could do it,
situation.
but y'all might want to cover your ears. Spud! Darn
Oh,
it.
goodness. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Do we want to maybe take a break then after this?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's already 7, which is about when I wanted to end.
Okay.
So
How do we wake him up?
I don't know.
I mean, do we have a way of waking him up?
I don't think we do. The
Yeah.
the big problem is the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
suppose anyone has like a phone number for him they can call, do they?
Nope.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Well, this
I
is.
feel so bad. I didn't realize it was.
Let's save this record. Well, this part of the recording should be great for us.
It'll be great for us, but I don't know that Spud's gonna be super happy with it.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I'm trying to get at. Thank you.
So, are we just saying that the goblins just fled? That's the end of the encounter?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If you guys
Last
don't
last
wanna-
chance for taking a prisoner.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Fair
I mean,
enough.
I'm just gonna attack them if they try to attack me. Other than
They're
that,
not.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I could try to vine whip one close to us. We grab him. We can interrogate him. But
Gonna need
if
to make
it
a
does
necro
7
fast.
damage, they would die.
yeah, that's true. It does do 2d6, which averages 7. So
So 1, 2, 3.
at that point, we need the speak with dead spell.
3 bugbears, 12 goblins, escape.
Well, Jhank might want to take like a couple swings at any stragglers as they pass by.
I
I
don't
mean-
think they're gonna get within 5 feet of you.
No, not within 5 feet.
Well, I mean, like when the last one passed by, step forward and hit him from the back, pick him off.
I don't think Yuliy would approve of that.
Nope.
Jhank is chaotic neutral. He doesn't care.
Yuliy also can't see what Jhank does from this point of view, but
True.
Julie will be
True.
very displeased if she finds out.
Yuliy,
Yes?
may I have my javelin back, preferably handed to me and not thrown at my head? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start deleting some tokens.
All right.
Sure.
So.
I'm personally making sure that we're done with combat before I do anything that's like moving closer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think as soon as the goblins sort of see you, Jhank, they're gonna close the window. Dang it! I think as soon as the goblins sort of see you, they're gonna just ditch. They don't want to. They don't want to be involved in this. They just watched several of their friends die.
It was their own fault.
Oh goodness me! This is very much my bad.
This is very awkward.
I feel.
Mm.
Is it
I'm
your
a
bad
little-
though?
I mean,
he works hard though.
I there was a long break and combat ran very slowly. So
I guess so.
Like I could have done this faster and better.
Well, so could we.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Like, I took a bit of time.
Don't
Figuring
close
out
the window.
my-
Dang it! The lag is killing me because I'm watching my actions. Watching me click the close window thing, and then it happens. There's just this like 5-second delay where I know exactly what's going
Hmm.
on. Man,
I mean, this is a good stopping point, I suppose.
yeah. Let me. I guess. My problem is less the stopping and more I can't end the stream for Spud.
Yeah, I know. I mean, unless somebody wants to like play some music or something to try to wake him up.
Mm-hmm.
So, what
I
I
XP
could
did you
try
get?
screaming into my mic, but I don't think it would work.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as the XP goes, if it would let me open up things. Okay, so let's see. Each goblin gives 50, and you dealt with basically 30 of them.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't
Um,
kill 30 of them, though.
EXP doesn't killing them is one thing. Avoiding encounters, EXP. You scared the shit out of them.
We
Well, okay, then.
successfully navigated the encounter.
Yeah, getting through the encounter is what gets you that much. Plus 4 bugbears, each worth 200.
Oh, jeez.
So 30 times 50 plus 4 times 200 is let's see, 1500 plus 800.
So
2,300.
2,300.
Yep,
So we should
2,300.
have 2,320 experience.
Yeah, roughly.
2,000
Okay.
what?
How much?
2,300.
2,300.
Yep.
And
Plus
20?
the 20 we had previously
Yeah.
for a total of 2,320.
That's a lot of XP.
Yay.
It's a decent amount. I don't think it's enough to level you up just yet, but
No, it's not. We need 14k.
yeah, I think you need quite a bit.
So
So
can Jhank put some of those goblin bodies into the chest?
I don't
Why?
know why it would.
You?
He's going to see if he can make leather armor for his dog.
Out of
I see.
goblins.
Yeah, he's got that skill.
All right.
Well, I don't think the specifics necessarily apply directly to that skill, but he does have the stuff required where even if it's not the exact same thing, he could try and do something along those lines in a different route.
Sorry, I'm trying to delete stuff so that I can actually start getting through combat tracker again.
Yeah, I mean, he can't. I don't think he can apply cunning artisan to it exactly, unless you want to house rule it. But
I don't think so. But I mean, if you really want to save some, I mean, I'm not gonna be against it. You do what you feel is right for your character. You just got to deal with the consequences with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
well, are any of the characters going to stop him from, collecting any of the goblin bodies for?
I'm gonna question why what you're doing.
That won't stop you.
Planning to make armor for my dog.
Why do you need the bodies for that? Just take the armor off them.
Do the goblins have armor, I presume?
Yeah, they have some leather armor. You could probably retrofit it if you wanted.
Well, I suppose I can take that route. He will then instead collect all the dead goblin armor and dump it and feed it to Chestnut
All right.
for safekeeping.
Fast. Yeah. Victor.
Mhm.
While it seems like everyone else isn't looking, Chestnut take some of the goblin bodies too.
Waste not, I suppose.
You're the only one who manages to catch it with your passive perception.
It should be noted that those bodies Jhank did not feed Chestnut.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. I'll
right.
ask about it later.
So, I'm gonna ask the silent treasure chest. I mean, I guess you can. We'll see what happens. So, the other thing that you notice in the area at the flooring, like what you carved out of the goblin area, real fast. Yes? No?
Who, me?
Just everybody, the rest of the group. Now that the goblins have fled.
Do we make perception roll or?
Sure.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, I guess we could look around. Yeah.
Look around. Look around.
All right.
Oh, Spud's
Owl.
back.
Yay!
Sorry about that.
You
My
okay?
dice
dude?
somehow.
I was just a little nervous. Like, how do we end? Can.
For me, crappy rolls.
I legit might have dozed out for a second there.
You
did.
kinda
We
did.
heard you snoring.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
your snoring is a bit of a feature of this stream.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, it's
You
it's
work hard,
fine.
you know.
Yes,
It happens.
you work very hard, and combat is slow, and I was making it kind of boring. So no worries.
We got 2,300 experience for the encounter.
Yes, because you dealt with about 30 goblins.
Yeah, and the important thing
said
is
and
you're
done.
back now.
E.
Anyway, so with those perception rolls, let's see.
Would I roll a perception roll for Crunchbite too?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Let's see. With all those, yeah, there's not much hidden around here. Like I said, in the hallway there is that sort of watch post, which has the Xanathar symbol on it, and you can see someone has scrawled on it in common Warg's Eye. It seems like that's what they named this sort of general post. Yuliy, that room that you saw where the goblins were running out, they had a skeleton that was like attached to a series of ropes and pulleys, basically as a giant, awful marionette puppet for them. And you can see there's a shield in the room that has been like cleft in half. And it says, one half says NIMR and the other reads AITH. It looks like, when put together, it says Nimwraith. Like that's the skeleton's name, whoever it was.
Oof.
And then in the sort of bigger room where, everyone was, they fled, it's a enormous shattered statue. It looks like it was in the process of sort of being reassembled, but obviously not very well. And it's this sort of onyx black stone, but it's in several fist-sized chunks, so you can't quite tell what it was unless you're like really focusing. And then there was a room to the south that you guys didn't check out.
Well, combat.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying. And are you going to examine that area next?
Yeah.
You see 9 goblins cowering in the corner.
Oh boy.
We have prisoners after all.
Yeah, you guys have prisoners after all. Like,
I'm pointing in the direction the others went.
No, let's
Go.
Let's interrogate him first.
I don't think that's necessary. This is not kosher.
They're probably part of that gang that's tussling with the Undertakers.
So we
Yeah.
tell them up and question them first.
I don't think it's necessary. Just let them go.
You hear one of the goblins in like very sort like mangled common, like hand, like they all have their hands up. The one says in mangled common, "Just follow bugbear orders. That's all. Please let us go."
Go. Just go.
Yeah, might as well. I don't think they're going to be the talkative type. I think the bugbears are
Yeah.
going to be the ones that we wanted to talk to. So, yeah.
Yeah. So,
And
these
considering
goblins
everything.
counted. These goblins counted towards the 30. By the way, just so you're
Yeah.
aware.
It's fine. We dealt with them.
No.
Yeah, you dealt with them. So yeah, that's if you let them go, they leave. Tell that this room was a goblin sort of den. You know, you can tell this is where they all slept. And yeah, that's just sort of what they're trying to do is flee. They notably do not leave the shields and swords. They just like make a note of like, we're not going to fight, but we're taking our valuables.
Fair enough. There's other things here they got to defend against.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I think with that, we've done like 4 or 5 encounters, which I think is enough for a stream. Plus, it's been like 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
So, yeah, I think there's one last thing I want to leave off on. And that is as you turn the corner to sort of go back the way you were coming, like, you know, towards the long sort of route you guys were taking to get to the end, you see a glowing blue eyeball hovering in the middle of the hallway.
Oh,
That
Dun,
would
dun.
be
The
the
It's
floating
not-
eyeball security camera.
It's
owned
not a
by
very
Alistar
big one.
Blackcloak.
Yes, it is in fact an arcane eye. It blinks. It sees you, blinks for a few moments, and then it disappears.
I mean,
Naturally.
we knew about it beforehand,
I
Yep.
think we've been found.
so not surprising.
And with that, I believe it is the end of the session.
So how
Alright.
many
All right.
sets of goblin armor should be in Chestnut?
Well, let's see, 7. I think it was like 7 or 8 died, so seven pieces of goblin armor from chestnuts.
Okay.
Plus, like, was it
3
one or 2
goblins.
bugbears?
None of the bugbears died.
Yeah, none
One
of
of
the
them died.
bugbears died.
Yeah, I think one
Oh,
of them
pretty
died.
sure I
Sorry,
killed one of them with shadow.
sorry, one of them died. Yeah, sorry, number 2 died. That's right.
Yeah.
So 7 goblins and 1 bugbear armor.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
so that is... All right. Thank you all for joining. It's been great. We should be at a point where I'm not making us take a between games. And
That was always my fault.
no, it was not always your fault. I had multiple instances where it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you again for joining, and I guess let's plug the stuff, Spud.
All right. Thank you for listening to our Spudventures. If you like what you heard, you can find more at youtube.com/Newbiespud or spudventures.libsyn.com. We aim to live stream these games every Sunday around 2 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/Newbiespud. If you want to keep up with this and other projects I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at Newbiespud. And if you want to support my ability to produce more content like this, please support me at patreon.com/Newbiespud. See you next time with, I believe we're doing something with the all out of bubblegum system run by Space Jawa.
Yes, it's this really simple system called All Out of Bubblegum.
We'll get into that next time, but yeah, look forward to that next week, hopefully. All right.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody.
See you next time.
Bye.
Adios.
Later.